let you know we are about to dive into Planet Remix. And as we get ready to get into the cipher, I do want to let you know that it is Planet Remix, and a lot of times we cover adult content. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Peace and greetings, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. Happy 2024, everyone. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Peace and greetings, everyone. Let's do a sound check because I want to make sure that you all can hear me nice and clear. I want to check in, let you know the Blue Room is open, and you are more than welcome to come on over and join us in the Blue Room. So, oh my goodness, we made it. We made it. We have made it. Oh yeah, we have made it. Happy 2024. We have crossed over into this threshold of this new frequency and this new energy. And I don't know about you all, it's been a long time coming. And when I say that, I'm just excited that it is 2024. 2024. So we have another opportunity for us to just continue to grow, to elevate, to expand, and to live, and to truly, truly live life like possibly we've never lived life before. I don't want to be too long-winded. I do want to welcome you all in. And I know I told you guys I was going to take a break, and I am still going to take a break. In fact, this is a part of the break. But I really needed to connect. I needed to connect with our family. I don't know if you all felt the same way as I felt, sort of missing you all and not connecting with so many of you. But I felt like today would be the perfect opportunity for us to check in with one another and see how we're all feeling, see how we're all doing. Just see how we're all feeling and doing. So I am glad that you are here. We are here together. And yeah, we are in this moment together, each and every single one of us. It's a lot of things that are happening around the world, a lot of things that is going on. And I definitely want to send love, definitely light as always, out to everyone on the planet. But tonight, or this morning, or this afternoon, just depending on where you are, and yes, this is a different time. I told you all we would be doing things a little different. We have shifted into a different mode, a different dimension, if you will. So I just want to welcome everyone on in. Welcome into Planet Remix Radio. You know, this is the space, this is the place where we talk about all things that deal with spirituality.
We also talk about those things that involve growing up on planet Earth. We talk about those things of elevation, of things of self improvement, self mastery, and things that are rooted in love, and where we can find solutions. Solutions not just to our own everyday challenges and demands, but solutions to those things in our community and the world and the galaxy around us. So, oh my goodness, how are we all feeling? We have made it through this holiday season. For those of you who celebrate the holidays or whatever celebration you have during this time of the year, and we have crossed that official threshold. That official threshold we have crossed. And that official threshold that we have crossed is the threshold of coming in to 2024. 2024. We have moved into a universal 8 year. And now we're in the month of January. And oh, by the way, happy Born Day. Uh-oh, wrong one. Happy Born Day to everyone celebrating a born day during this time. We are in Capricorn season. Is that right? Do we have any Capricorns in the building? This is really a significant time for all the Capricorns in the building, as well as all of us who celebrate the zodiac sign of Capricorn. And so we'll be moving from in this month of January from Capricorn season into Aquarius season that will take us into February. So for everyone celebrating a born month during this month, happy Born Day. I want to welcome everyone into the Blue Room. I want to give some big shout outs. I want to give a big shout out to Brother Lance, our moderator in the building. Shouts out to Brother Lance in the building. Queenie, welcome on in. Queen Mystic in the building. Shayla is in the building. T. Thomas is here. The resurrected Saturn god is in the building. Interesting enough, because the universal year of 8 is connected to that energy of Saturn. So Saturn is going to be doing its walk through this entire year. That's going to be quite interesting. Sting Ray is in the building. Welcome on in. Natasha is here. Nicole W is in the building. Sammy is in the building. Welcome on in, Sammy. Always good to see you. I see my January, baby. My January stars are shining up. And I want to say thank you to everyone who sent well wishes to me and my born day. I'm sending you all so much love. Want to give a big shout out to Glenda Smiley in the building. Welcome on in. Priestess Jasmine is in the building. Jabba D. Claire is in the house. Priestess Nadra is in the building. Welcome on in. Both the priestess in the building. Let's just give it up for all the priestess in the building. Also, Brittany Vibes is in the building. Welcome on in, Brittany. So good to have you as always. Who's that? Ooh, I'm going to have to come back to that nodes. Namakat nodes. I'm going to have to come back. Living Life Path number 5. Oh my goodness. Like that's a powerful life path right there. Living Life Path 5. Life path number 5. Lots of things going on. Allie is in the building. Welcome on in. Who celebrated a born day yesterday. So happy belated born day. Choose Love Always is in the building. Always good to see you, sis. Coolie High. I love it. Coolie High, one of my favorite movies. Welcome on in, Coolie High. Linus 77 Full is in the building. Who else? Who else we got here? Amicus 2001 in the building. Welcome on in. Kinetic Killer, I love that name, in the building. Welcome on in. So good to see you. Good to have you in the building. Lauren is in the building. Welcome on in, Lauren. And also Kelly B is in the house. Welcome in. Jawanza is here. Did I say that right? Jawanza in the building. Welcome on in. Priestess Erica is in the building. Welcome on in. Davina is in the building. Macy is in the house. Welcome on in. Doreen, our Sapphire recipient for the Universal Citizenship Awards, is in the building. Astrologer. Welcome on in, Doreen. So good to see you. And everyone coming on in. Gas Draws is in the building. Ain't seen you in a minute, Gas Draws. I don't want to sing the song about being on fire, but welcome in. Welcome on in. How's everybody feeling? How are you all feeling? How are you all doing? How are you feeling? How are you doing? I do want to let you know that the Blue Room is open. So I'm going to give you some cosmic directions. And also, I have an honest question for you guys listening. And I'm going to give those directions in a minute. But here's the question. Do I sound different? I just want to know, just put it in the Blue Room. Just put it in the Blue Room. Do I sound different to you? I just want to know. I do? Do I sound different? I just need to know. Welcome on in. Black Sun is in the building. Shananza. Black Sun in the building. K. Simone in the building. Ashley, you guys say I sound different. I do. I sound different. So let me know, is it a good different or a not so much different? I just want to know. A good different. Y'all are getting reverb. I don't want you to get reverb. That's not the difference I was hoping for. It's a good difference. It's a good difference. You sound the same, but more beautiful. Aw, bless your heart. I sound a lot more vibrant. Okay, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I'm going to let you on. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Okay? Okay, I'm going to let y'all in. Here's the secret. I have a standing desk. So I didn't always have a standing desk, but now I have a standing desk. So I'm actually doing the show standing up. So I'm standing up doing the show. I'm standing up. Yeah, I know, right? So I'm standing up. I have a standing desk, and eventually I'm going to get a standing treadmill. So check it out. When you guys are doing your one-on-one sessions with me and we're doing a reading and you hear me going, okay, all right, you know that I'm on the treadmill. I'm working. I'm in the Akashic Records. I'm flying through the galaxy, and all at one time. I don't have the treadmill under here yet. But right now, I am standing. It is something that I've been wanting for a long time. And I don't know why. I just didn't get it. Have you ever had that thing in your life that you kind of visualize yourself seeing yourself having, but you just don't get it? And it's not about the money. It's not about time. It's not about any of those things. You just don't get it. Well, I was blessed during these holy days, which we're still in the holy days. And my family who loves me, got me a standing desk. They got me a standing desk. And I am absolutely in love with it. Now, I will tell you this. Everything is clear. Everything is clean. Like everything is cleared off. Like absolutely everything is cleared off. I just have my monitor. I have my mic. I have my lamp. I have my phone stand. And I have my keyboard. I have my mouse. And that's it. Nothing. Like all of my magical tools, I have not even put them back on here yet. Well, that's not entirely true, except for my unicorn, because I go nowhere without that. So my unicorn is still on my monitor. So the format is going to be a little different, but it's going to be a little different going forward anyway, because you know, listen, a lot of hologram shifting is going on. We're doing quantum leaps. We have jumped timelines, or we have the opportunity at this particular moment to be jumping into different timelines. And we've had this really going back to the month of December. Hence the reason I called it holy days. Not holidays, but these are holy days because you almost want to say, holy, I'm in a whole new timeline. You done made a whole shift. Your whole hologram have shifted totally. And you can do the same. You could absolutely do the same. So I want everyone to put that on their heart. Put that on their heart as we're together, is to do a holy shift into a new hologram and get into a different timeline. Because even though we know that it's 2024, we have crossed over into a different vibration. And I understand that the real Mother Gaia, the real Geb and Newt, New Year, that we truly recognize is not until later into the year, like coming up until March. But like I told you all, and for those of you who are on the wish call, yes, I'm going to address that shit. I'm going to address the wish call because you guys have sent some beautiful little messages. And yes, we're going to talk about that tonight. But I want you to know that we cannot dismiss this moment of moving into a new frequency. You can't. Do not allow yourself, see, because we're constantly in the process of coming out of programs and reprogramming ourselves. And sometimes we like to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And so we deny ourselves moments of power. And see, this 8 universal year is a moment of power. In fact, it is a moment of supernatural powers. Remind me to tell you all a story. I gotta tell you this story because this story just sort of crest coming into 2024. And it speaks exactly to the things that I was telling you all. But we have got to get out of this thing of trying to reprogram ourselves so much that we are, you know how they say you are, what is it, cutting off your nose to spite your face? You don't want to do that. So I'll let you in on a little bit of wish magic. I can't even talk about it. It was a long list in the wish magic, but I'll let you in on the wish magic because I gave out some predictions and you guys have been flooding me with all of the things that I've told you because boom, 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 one after another, they are already showing up. Time is speeding up and I don't want anyone to feel the pressure that they must speed up. Because truly, you need to be riding your own cosmic waves, your own cosmic waves. But things are speeding up pretty fast. In Wish Magic, I talked about tsunamis and earthquakes and things happening on the planet and, all of this. And boom, we cross over Japan. Japan happens. That was almost 2 weeks before. hitting with earthquake after earthquake after earthquake. And we will see some more of this. But hold that thought, because I was going somewhere with the wish magic and crossing over into this timeline. And even though I'm not a fan of putting pressure on yourself, picking one significant day of saying that when this new year comes, I'm going to make some new year resolutions and I'm going to stick to these very rigid, very detailed things for this entire year. But something that I shared with everyone in Wish Magic that we talked about is that numbers are powerful frequencies. We know this. This is something that's a part of the Blueprint of Planet Remix. But I want you to understand that 2024, this 8 universal year, crossing over into this year, it's important that you take some time and do some reflection, because energetically, you have shifted. You have moved into a new timeline. You have taken a quantum leap, whether you want to or not. And absolutely, the Brother King Simon, which I call affectionately Brother King Solomon, which we're going to have him come on, because numbers and him, they go hand in hand. And we're gonna be doing some different kinds of things on Planet Remix coming soon. But it starts right now, and it starts with you, because the person you were in 2023 and who's showing up here in 2024, totally different. Totally different. But you want to take the opportunity to sit down and do some reflections, because here's the thing, in numerology, because that's actually one of my loves as well. So I love all things numbers because I understand how those numbers are vibrating. We know that the whole entire universe is vibrating off of that binary code. And the binary code that our seeing mind can acknowledge is ones and zeros. But I'm here to tell you that the binary code is made up of more frequencies of numbers than we can even express at this particular time in our juncture on our journey here on Earth. There are so many vibrations in between the vibrations, because it is the space that is between the 0 and the 1 that causes that cosmic orgasmic burst that we call one, that gives birth to the one, to the all-knowing. And so it's so many things that we will start to learn as we start to climb and move into this energy of moving closer and closer and closer and closer to these possible timelines that we're going to be vibrating on. And I want you to keep that in the front of your mind, because I want you to think about this month. We're in the month of January. And so even though January is this, what we would call the start, the first, the one, it's so much more that happens before you get to this one. And if you take this universal year and you add it with the month, we are technically in a 9 universal month. So there's multiple things that are happening at one time. We are still in the process of bringing more love and more unity together through wisdom and higher wisdom. But there's still some shit. This is what I want you to know. This month of January can get a little messy, and we already seen it. Shots out the club Shay Shay and Cat Williams. Listen. And a whole lot of other stuff that has been bringing us into this. Because we're coming into the era. See, this is bigger than just 2024. We're coming into the era of truth. But listen, people will tell you the truth is subjective. And there is a level where truth is subjective. But there's also a level of truth that is undeniable, because it's going to come back to your frequency and your vibration. It's going to come back to you. So why people say, how did you feel about what you heard? How did that sit with you? You know how sometimes somebody say, I heard something and it just didn't sit well with me. You're talking about your vibration. You're talking about your energy. And so I want you to keep this in mind, because this month, many people jumped out the gate running fast. They was running like somebody was chasing their ass. They hauling ass down the street. And who am I? Who are you to tell them to slow down, to stop, come back, don't run too fast, don't move too fast? But I want you to keep in mind that when it comes to you stepping in and embodying or shifting or making a quantum leap or shifting your hologram, getting a total character, a new character, that there's always a back story. It's always a backstory of how we got here. How did we get here? And this is what I want all of us to really be pondering so that we can get these downloads during the share tonight. I want you to ponder as these downloads come into you. How did you get here to where you are at this very moment? And then take a look. Take a look at not only just the things that you did so wonderful and that you did so right, but take a look at those things that you didn't do well, that you didn't finish. Some of the things you need to let go of. Some of the things you need to move away from. And some of the shit you just need to tell yourself, stop it. We're not doing that no more. Some of the habits, some of the addictions, some of the patterns. Take a look at it. Take an honest look at it. You deserve it. This year right here, I challenge you. And let me know if you want to take the challenge. You don't have to, but let me know. This can be your best year yet. This can be it. this could be your best year yet. But in the same token, I need you to consider the macro and the micro. I need this to be your best minute yet. I need this to be your best hour yet. I need this to be your best day yet. I need this to be your best week yet. I need this to be your best month yet. You get the point? You get the point. Let's challenge ourselves. And that's going to look really different, because the other thing about this frequency and this energy of 8, remember, it's not just the infinity sign. Remember, you can either keep yourself locked into a chain of slavery. And slavery, let me upgrade you on my definition, is anything that is holding you back, that is constraining you. That could be your thoughts, that could be your eating habits, that could be your health, that could be your mind, that could be your job, that could be your city, your state. It could be anything that is holding you back. You could get locked into a cycle of that. Anybody heard of birds of a feather love to flock together? Well, that's a lot what's going on in these cycles we have coming up on the astrological realm. Because what's happening, some of these cycles that we're kicking off, it's not just Happy New Year 2024, and then we go to the next year. Some of these cycles are going to last for 12 years. Some of these cycles are going to last for the next 6 years. Some of these cycles are going to last for 8 years. It's like you are taking that seed. You know how maybe when you were young, you watched your mother, your aunt, your grandmother, or even grandfather or daddy plant some seeds, and they were looking for the seed that would come back every single year. And their names are tricky, because you got the perennials and then you got the annuals. And if you don't understand the two, you would think that you are getting an annual, thinking that annual is going to come back every year, and that annual is only going to come back once a year. I think I got it right. So make sure the seeds you're planting is something you want to keep giving and giving and giving, baby, and growing and giving and growing as we continue to move forward. And if you want to change anything outside of yourself, let's talk about that. You have to start within. I have really been looking at this in a very deep way, because I hear so many spiritual teachers have talked about it, and I know even with myself. And even though I feel like I've done a decent job of explaining it the best I know how at this particular point in my journey, I know that I can go a little deeper, and my guides have shown me where I can go a little deeper in helping not only myself, but all of us really, really understand about what it means to live from the inside out. See, we talk about it, but then when we get these very demanding situations that happen in our lives, it seems to trip us up pretty fast. Soon as something happens, we instantly redirect our focus outward. And so now when you're outside of yourself, you're outside of your power. I want you to think of it this way. It's like, let's say you're outside. Your keys, your wallet, your purse, your car keys, the keys to your front door, the keys to your garage door opener, the keys to your mailbox, your cell phone is in the house. And you're outside your house. And all of a sudden, a situation occurs and you need to call somebody. You need to get in your car. You need to go somewhere. You need to connect with a friend to say, hey, I need you to come this way. But your doors are locked. You're without everything that can support you. Of course, you have the most powerful vessel there is. Don't get it twisted, yourself. But I need you to understand for the point of this example, because it's going to help you so much more in your everyday life if you really, really get this. You're without your powers. The moment you step outside of you and you start reacting, you've lost power. But when you're inside, you have access to everything. If you need to pick up the phone, you can call somebody. If you need to go in the kitchen and get some water, you can get it. If you need to get your purse and get your car keys, or get your wallet and get your car keys and get in your car and drive away, you can do it. If you need to put on shoes, you have it. So are you understanding what I'm saying? This is a very electrifying year. And we're going to see, like in the past, many things that happen. As a light worker, as a star seed, as a star light, as a new soul, as a old soul, as anyone who's connected with Planet Remix, it's now time for you to start utilizing your power. You are the powerhouse. You're the one keeping the lights on. You're the one that's keeping the air flowing. You're the powerhouse. And for every being on the planet who has raised their consciousness, we can maintain that level of consciousness for thousands of people on the planet. Not to sway them, not to force them to see things the way we want them to see, not to manipulate them, not to control them, but to empower them through our journey, to empower them through our actions and steps so that they can see the reflection of themselves. So we're being called. And that calling is going to come from people who are close to us, people who love us, our families, our love members. It's time for you to get in action. Not to overstep, not to dominate, but to truly, truly be of assistance. But there's going to be something that is going to be required of you. You have to. You absolutely have to be open to receive. I'm going to say that again. You have to be open to receive. I'm not talking about a handout. A handout and being open to receive what the universe has for you, they are not on the same frequency. I'm talking about being open to receive. And we have to be able to bring in more light. And that requires you to be open. That requires you to step way, 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 way outside of your comfort zone. Way outside. So far outside that you can see nothing but yourself there. And many people around you may not understand. They may get frustrated. They may be upset. They may be angry. But it's going to require you to do that. Best case scenario, they will love you and support you. Many will not understand. Even those who are on the same path and journey that you're on may not understand. Why is Miss Blue doing this? Miss Blue shouldn't be doing that. I don't know what made Miss Blue do that. Why is she saying that? Because a part of this, you have to be okay with others not being okay. As long as you are not intentionally causing harm, you are leading with your heart, you are staying in spiritual integrity, and you're filled with love. Not just giving love, you are filled with love. And you have your basic needs being met. And that is so important, that your basic needs are being met. It's hard for me to tell you how powerful you are and explain to you about your superhuman powers when you can't even buy food, or your lights are about to get cut out, or you have no way to get back and forth to work. See, we cannot fool ourselves, because if we do, we end up, instead of jumping timelines, we end up going back into timelines. So that's going to be a big part of what I will be focusing on and sharing a lot this year. I have more to come. More to come. I'm going to put this on your mind. I'm going to put this on your mind. I don't have all the details worked out, but you will hear them. But I want you to just mark your calendar, because I will be doing in-person live events this year. You will have a list of where everything is, cities, states, countries, places. You will know. Yeah, because listen, it's time for formation. It's time to get in formation, for real. It's time. It's time. So I wanted to kind of put that on your heart. It was certainly on my heart, and I've been reading your emails. I haven't got to them all, but I definitely have done that. And just wanted to share that with you all. The other thing is, I want us to take a moment that we can take right now and just sort of cover all of those who are open to receive with love. All of those living, breathing on the planet, to cover them with love at this time. And all of you who are in need of a higher frequency, of that frequency of joy, of love, of healing, of light, that you just really relax yourself at this time. Drop down in your body, wiggle your toes. Take a deep breath in and slowly let it out and receive. Right now, the universe is showering us, the sun and the moon, with so much high vibrations. And we can take those vibrations and we can alchemize them. We can change that vibration and use it as we see fit in our lives. We got to be open to receive. We have to be open to receive. Nothing happens until you're open to receive. We have the realms of where the angels and the spirit guides and the ancestors very, very close to us. And they need to hear it. They need to feel it. They need to feel it. Yeah. So, I think we're ready. I want to take some calls. I definitely want to talk to you all, but I want to welcome everyone on in to Planet Remix Radio. We got 140 plus people in the Blue Room. Let's get those likes up so our soul family can find us. I want to say thank you to everyone. We closed out on YouTube, and the reason I'm focusing on YouTube is because we're new in this space. YouTube is a new space for me. Now, wherever you receive your podcast at, millions of downloads. I've been there since, I don't know, 2006, whenever. Been there for a long, long time. But YouTube is a new space for us. And I really want to make a bigger presence here on YouTube. And you guys did that. We closed out the year, I want to say almost by, couple of thousand. And I'm excited about that because these are real, authentic, breathing, living beings. It's not an Adabot. It's not an Adadot. These are real beings that are connected. I'd rather have an audience of 2 that is true than 1,000,000 that is not interested. And so take that on your path and your journey. Consistency is key. So I want you to understand that. And I want to say thank you all for liking, subscribing, passing it on, sharing it on your socials and everywhere, especially when it comes to the YouTube platform. And so I want to share that with you. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the story. I'm going to give you the cosmic directions because I'm getting an email here, someone. And by the way, shouts out to all of our new listeners. We got a lot of new listeners from all over the world tuning in. And I want to give a big shout out and love to all of our new listeners out there. Welcome on in to the remix known as Planet Remix Radio and everyone who's out there. I want to make an announcement for everyone who received the Universal Citizens Award. I have sent it out. Did anyone receive it? Because I don't think anyone told me they received it. Has anyone received their awards? Because they are sent out. Lance, you got yours today, Brother Lance. Yes, yes, yes. Well, thank you. I hope you love it. I hope you feel my heart in it. I hope you feel my heart, my spirit. And each of you, I honor you. I'm grateful for you, and I am thankful for you. But no big thing is required. But please just, shoot me a little email or something, and let me know. Let me know that you received it. If you want to post a picture, tag the remix _radio in the post to let me know that you have received it. I hope you love it, Brother Lance, because yours was special, Brother Lance. You get a little special. That's our moderator. Shouts out to all the moderators in the building. Shouts out to Brother Lance. Shouts out to Brother Dante. And shouts out to Lola Falana, our moderators, our superstar moderators in the building. So welcome everyone on in. 140 plus in the building, only 94 likes. Let's get those likes up. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. If you have never been over in the Blue Room, I would encourage you to definitely come on over in the Blue Room. Let me give you the cosmic direction so you can find your way on over. You're going to come to YouTube, and once you get to YouTube, you're going to type in Blue, B-L-U-E, that's me, and Raz, R-A-S, and Berry, B-E-R-R-Y, that's me as well. And you're going to come on in. Once you come in, first thing I would suggest is hit that like and hit that subscribe button so you can always know when I go live. And I'm going to be doing a lot of pop-up magic in this year. So a lot of pop-up magic, and you want to get that notification whenever we go live. Whenever. I'm not going to talk about it on this show, but I will sort of kind of give an outline if you all want to know about the changes I'm going to be making. Because those changes I thought I was going to be making 6 months, 7 months ago, not so much. I'm on a whole nother timeline. We're going to be making some different changes. I will tell you this, I will be bringing an announcement for the next class in the Self-Invested University. So just stay aware for that. Definitely stay aware for that. And then also, I just want to send love out to everyone, especially all of you who have been download all of the digital magic in the digital store and working with all of the earth, the water, the air element. Water is going to be big this year. We're going to have so many discoveries in the water. I talked about this in Wish Magic as well as in the air. And so many of you who are working in the Akashic Records are going to come online in a very, very big way. Big way. I'm telling you, in a big way. So what are y'all talking about? I told Monique to smell how, you know what, Brother Lance, I can't read the Blue Room. But we gonna read the Blue Room in a minute. I'm telling you, if you haven't been in the world cosmic famous Blue Room, you're missing out. You want to come on over and you want to come in the Blue Room. The Blue Room is a whole nother show on its own. On its own. Let's see. The Golden Eagle said, what about fire? Well, know that the elements are always going to be doing their thing. Absolutely. All of the elements. But where to look, where to dive deep, where some things are going to be coming out in new discovery. It's going to be in the air and in the water. So it doesn't mean that fire, earth, metal is not doing its thing. It's going to do its thing and it's going to have its moment. Because remember, the fire element lives in each and every single one of us. And the fire element also is our sun. Yeah. That's a story for another day because we got a lot to talk about the sun because I was inside the sun. And shout out to everyone who went with us on a trip when we went into the sun before NASA understood about the layers in the sun. We were in the sun and we were doing our work. So we'll be doing more quests this year. It's a quest kind of year. Also, I want to let you all know 515-605-9794 is the number to call, and that's going to get you on the phone lines. And once you get on the phone lines, press 1. That's going to let me know that you want to talk to me. So I'm going to be taking your calls. And listen, I'm at my standing desk. And one of the things you guys may know, I am a clairvoyant. That is one of my strongest gifts, even though I use all the clairs. Clairvoyance is my strongest gift to go along with my psychic abilities and mediumship. But and I don't really use any tools, but occasionally I like to have a little crystal here. I like to have my little wands on my desk, and I got my Know Your Magic deck. I have the Numerology deck, and I got a couple other decks that you guys have gifted me over the years. I like to keep those around me. I don't have any of that. Listen, I don't have anything. What do I have? I have one pyramid here, and this is a sugar light pyramid. Sugar light. Mm-hmm. Sugar light. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Lance. Oh, I put a little something, something in some of y'all gifts. I put a little something, something in there. So when you open it up, it kind of, even when I was taking it in the post office, you know how they ask you, you got anything liquid, perishable, and da-da-da-da in the package? Nope. They was giving me that real evil eye, like, you lying. We smell it through the box. We smell it up in there. I said, nope. I don't have anything. I don't have nothing in there. None of that you talking about. Mm-mm. What you smelling? You smelling me. That's what you smelling. You smelling on me. That's what you smelling. Yeah, you smelling me. So I'll have to put y'all on to that. And then I have a review. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. It is a fragrance review. And many of you remember when I get into these little, because I'm trying to switch my fragrance every year, something my mother told me. My mother changed her fragrance every season. I'm not doing all that. Now, I will change once or twice a year. And, but for the last couple of years, last 2 years, I'm not going to hold you. I've been stuck on 2 fragrances and I mixed them together, and it's just been everything for me. I feel like today, I need to, today I was playing around with some different fragrances and scents, and, I was playing around with some fragrances. Just ain't hit the right combination yet. Just haven't hit it yet. It just didn't hit for me the way I like my scent hit. So I'm still working on it, but when I figure it out, I will definitely share it. Shaylin said, so you are doing more oils. Is that what you saying? Ooh, oh, you channeling, Shaylin. You channeling right now, Shaylin. You channeling. You channeling real good. So we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. And me and Brittany picked up on some intense energy in the AM that was lit. Ooh, I love it. I love it. We're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. So wait, let me go back. My point of telling you all I have nothing is I'm going to need you to help me, because usually I have a pad and a piece of paper and I write down the phone numbers because I kind of go where spirit leads me. And a lot of times it's not in order. And so then I don't remember where I went and where I didn't go. So y'all are going to help me. Y'all will have to help me. Help me out a little bit. Just a little bit. Help me out. Okay. So let's see. Let's see where we going to go. We just going to be all over the place. Let's see what we feel. I know what we feeling. We're going to go to the caller calling in from area code 7735. 7735, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Ms.Blue. It's Jay Brianna.
Hi, Jay.
I'm calling from Florida.
Where are you calling from?
Florida.
Calling from Florida. How are you?
I'm great.
That's good. Happy 2024.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well.
It's so good to talk to you. So, how can I help? Do you have me on speakerphone or do you have the computer on? Because we're getting a little bit of an echo back there.
Okay, let me take you off speaker.
Okay. Let's.
Well, yesterday was my birthday, and
Ooh,
so
happy born day.
yes. I don't know. I just want to know like what's in store for me. Just walking into this new year, walking into a new age, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. This is truly going to be a year for you to make some big decisions. And I see this instantly because it's crazy because as you were talking to me, I seen a billboard. And whenever I see a billboard and I just kind of see your picture, what I imagine you energetically to be, and I see you up there like you're advertising, but you're not advertising to the world, you're advertising to the universe that this is the year that you want to put some solid shit down. Because you know, when a person got a billboard, they got a real business. They got something real getting ready to happen. It's got a solid plan. It's got a foundation. Like it takes a lot to get to the billboard. And this is what I see. I see that this is the year that you're going to be moving with a purpose. You even felt this way, even coming into this year, that this is the year you're going to be more intentional. You're going to start exploring things. You're going to start really, really taking action in those places in your life. You're building yourself a foundation, something you can stand on. You know, it kind of reminds me about the viral little quote, standing on business. You're going to be able to stand on your business. You're going to be able to stand on your business, girl. You're going to be standing on business. When they see you, it's like a walking billboard. They're going to know what you're about, know what you're about. They're going to know what you stand for, and they're going to know that you stand on business, and you're going to feel that. You're going to feel that confidence. But here's something else I want to tell you, because you can be somewhat of a scaredy cat. And I know, because Ms.Blue, I'm, low key, I'm a scaredy cat too. I really am. But I want you to know that fear is not an enemy. And even though we like to throw around this term, and I promised myself maybe about 3 months ago that I wouldn't throw this term around no more. False evidence appearing real. I'm no longer going to say that. I am no longer going to say that. And let me tell you why. You need fear. You need fear. But there's something else that has to be embedded in you with fear, and that is courage. Because fear doesn't mean to stop. Fear doesn't mean to stop. That's a natural response. It almost gets you moving. And I promise you, if I would look it up, I guarantee you the planet Mars is connected with fear. And Mars is about taking action. So where you're feeling this fear, when you feel this, stifling fear, even if you don't know what it is, you may not can get to the root of your fear. Because I got some fears. I don't know where that shit came from. I have searched in past lives, future lives, and in the moment, and I still have not been able to get to the real root cause of it. And that's when I came into the realization that fear is here to help you grow. Because whenever you have fear, I want you to instantly just take a moment, because you're going to know the difference between what is a threat. And I think sometimes we use these words interchangeable, threat and fear. But a threat is totally different than a fear. I'm not telling you that, you see somebody standing in front of you that's getting ready to rob you with a gun. That's the time to say, oh, Ms.Blue say fear means just have courage. No. That's not fear. That's a threat. Very different. So we know how to respond in a threat. In fact, I would like to feel that our higher consciousness takes over when things are a threat to us. Our supernatural powers begin to kick in. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you're sitting in your room and you're thinking about something that you want to do, you're thinking about trying something, or you want to say something, or you're thinking about leaving a job, or you're thinking about moving, or you're thinking about going out and asking for help, or applying for a position, or starting a new business, or starting a new relationship, or changing a habit, or explaining to your family or people you love about how you really think or how you feel. These are some of the things that we really start to feel fear, right? That means you got to have courage. And so wherever fear lies, what takes that fear and transmute that energy is courage. And that's what you're going to be working on building this year, the courage to get out there. And so what if it doesn't work? You get to try it again. So what if it doesn't go the way you want? You get to do something else and not really care, because fear is often connected to everything outside of you. The fear of what others will think. Sometimes we're more afraid of that than we are anything in ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your year that you will begin to start building in what you feel is where you're filtering your divine purpose through. That means whatever you decide to do. And believe you me, there is no special title for that shit. It could be working at your favorite place. It could be starting your own business. It could be going back to school. It could be gardening. It could be spending time with loved ones, family, and friends. It could be absolutely any of those things. So don't put a label on it. Just recognize how your heart is leading you and what you feel you're being called to do. And here's another thing I want to leave you with. Do something that you enjoy. It could be listening to Planet Remix. This is why I tell you guys, you get so many downloads when we are doing things that bring us joy, that lights us up, that fills us with inspiration, right? That really just makes us laugh and we enjoy doing. This is when we're open to receive. And this is when that idea just boop pops in your head. You don't know where it came from or pops in your heart. This is where you receive those downloads. If you enjoy jump roping, go jump rope. If you enjoy window shopping, go window shopping. If you enjoy cooking, go cook. It's not saying that that's what you're going to end up doing. It's letting you know that you have to move into that frequency. You got to move into that vibration, because if you don't make that hologram shift, you can't ever secure your quantum leap. Many people do a quantum leap only to fall back to where they were. We quantum leap all the time, but what they don't tell you is we falling all the way back to where we started from. So in order to make a hologram shift, you have to secure the vibration. And when you're in that vibration, you have to stay in that vibration. You have to remember that. And you can't leave self-love. I'm going to keep talking about this till, I don't know, I guess until the divine tells me to shut up. But I'm going to keep talking about it, because we have to love ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying love ourselves the way that we do, and whatever our situation is. Love ourselves the way we love our children, the way we love our nieces and nephews, the way we love our mothers and fathers, the way we love our brothers and sisters, the way we love the man we with, or, the way you love your partner, your woman, or whoever you're with. That love that you say, oh, I'm your ride or your fucking die. I'm going to ride and die for you, baby. Okay. Ask yourself, will you ride and die for you? Because if you will not ride or die for you, listen, you got to ride or die for you. You got to love you that deep. The way you love your sisters, you got to love you like that. The way you love the people in your life, ask yourself that question. Do I honestly love me? Would you give your sisters or your nieces or nephews substandard love? Would you shortchange them? If the answer is no, then why would you do it to you? So this is a year for you that is all about you raising up the feminine energy in you. That feminine energy that's inside of you, that vibration, that energy is the energy of receiving. So you have to be open to receive. And then you have to be able to take action. See, we never leave a part of ourselves. We are both half our mothers and our fathers, which is energetically half masculine and half feminine. You can't leave them. We just sometimes get the orders mixed up. And that's all we're talking about. We're not talking about boy meets girl or girl hate boy or boy hate girl. It's no such thing as a sex war. It's an energetic war. And this is what we're going into. People are talking about there's going to be a, World War III. Well, that war has already started. It's a battle of frequencies. It's a battle of energies. And as our dear brother Jill Scott Heron said, the war will not be televised. It's not televised because it's happening in our minds. It's happening in our hearts. This war, this battle, World War III, is going on inside of us. And if we want to stop these external wars, we have to stop the internal war. So you have the masculine and feminine, and you got to know, is this what I need to be leading with what we call feminine energy and then following up with masculine? See, because you cannot have one without the other. You simply cannot. You cannot just sit there and receive and receive and receive and receive. No. You have to some point take action. That's when the masculine come. But often we want to move without knowing. We want to move without wisdom. And you cannot move without wisdom. Even in the Bible, they talked about how, the woman hid her son in the clouds. She hid wisdom. She tried to hide wisdom from God. What that is a metaphor for, you cannot hide from yourself. You cannot hide wisdom from yourself. You can't. And a lot of times we move and we ain't standing on no business. We just out here moving, making moves in the streets. We doing things. Trust me, I've been guilty. With no wisdom. We're doing all masculine energy. And then when it don't go right, we're trying to figure out why. Because it's not that we didn't need that masculine. We need the do. We have to have it. But we also have to understand what are we moving on, or we're going to feel self-defeated. We're going to feel disempowered. We're going to get to what we think is our destiny, and it's going to crumble in front of us. It's not going to fulfill us. It's not going to bring us the joy. It's not going to translate into what we want it to translate because we were moving in the wrong direction, off of the wrong energy. So just remember that. The battle, the war is within. And so that's where we have to understand who needs to go out front first. And so in this year, it's a power year. So you're going to have to take action. But if you haven't taken a step back from your last year, which was your year of internal, then you got to do that first. You still got to bring that along with you. So this is one of the things to bring with you. You have to be received. I want you to sit down, think about things before you do it. And I'm talking about as simple as when you get up in the morning, you need structure. Think about the figure eight. If the figure eight goes outside of its boundaries, it no longer can create a loop of infinity. If the line starts going straight, it's no longer an infinity loop. So you need structure. You need discipline. You need healthy boundaries with yourself and with other things around you. And take all of these things in, because this is an amazing time for you. You have grown so much and now you're ready. You are ready. I want you to repeat that. I am ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah, you ready. You're ready to receive. You're ready to receive your heart's desires. So stay connected to your heart. Know that there is no limit for you. The only limit is what you have put on yourself. So take those shackles off and allow yourself to become curious. Allow yourself to become excited. Allow yourself to become available. Allow yourself to become trust. And when I say you become trusting in your actions, trusting in your thoughts, trusting in your heart, trusting in your words, and start putting them out there and see what happens. You'll be able to not witness a miracle, but to be able to create magic, because they're totally two different things. We witness miracles, but when you become a magic maker, you make magic. You're not a witness to it. Yeah. So that's what I got.
Ms.Blue, always confirmation. I literally was just thinking, because my birthday was yesterday, I was like, I'm going to get a tattoo that says faith over fear. And I just told somebody, I'm like, this my year. I ain't never say it was going to be my year, but I'm like, this year my
I
year. Like, I
love
can
it.
feel it in my
Yes,
soul.
yes,
And she
yes.
was like, too. It's so, just for you to say that, confirmation. And then you said, take the shackles off. I got a massage today. I'm praying to God. I'm like, we're going to take these shackles of
I
fear
know
off.
that's
We're going to
right.
take the shackles of insecurity. And I'm just like, Miss Blue, at this point, we just twins. We twins in some way. In the soul
Yeah, we
family.
twins.
In the
We
soul
twins. We twins. I love it. I am so excited for you. Please come back and do yourself a favor. You're going to want to capture these moments. Take pictures. Write notes. You know, if you have the iPhone and you have the new journal, what is it called? The journal, put it in there. You're going to want to remember these beautiful, gorgeous, powerful moments. Because when I tell you, I see a huge billboard, and I don't see that often. I know what that means when Spirit sends me that sign, and I see you on that billboard. And I know that this year, listen, holla at your girl.
Okay.
Holla at your girl. You're going to be doing,
what I told her. I said,
doing some big things. Big things.
I believe. Well, thank you so much, Miss Blue.
You're so welcome. I love you so much. Hold it down in Florida for me. And yeah, I'm excited for you. Happy Born Day again. Peace and love. Hold the line. How beautiful. How beautiful. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in. Make sure y'all remember what I told y'all. And I forgot one more thing. I also have my water here. Got my little Italian sparkling water here. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 5613. 5613, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Hello? Uh-oh. 5613. Going once. Going twice. We're going to say gone. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 4043. 4043. You're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings.
Hi, how you doing, Ms.Blue?
I'm good. How are you? Who's on the line, please?
Doing very well. This is Terrence. I
Terry?
don't know if you remember me, but Terrence.
Terrence.
Yes,
I know
yes,
about,
Terrence.
no shade, I know about 30 Terrences with the remix, but I know one Terrence from
Terrence,
Clubhouse.
this Terrence from back in the day.
Keep talking. Y'all know what happens, but I know your energy. Let's go. How you doing, Terrence? Happy
I'm doing pretty good.
2024.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not being funny, Terrence. My guides,
I know you're not. I know you
they
know a
wipe
whole lot of
everything.
Terrence.
So if we keep talking, I'll get in your energy. I'll get up in there and figure it out.
Okay. I will. Well, Miss Blue, this is what it is. I'm trying to figure out what would be my best move for 2024.
Your best move. You want to bust a
Yeah, my best
move.
move. After,
You want to bust a move.
yeah, I want to have the best, most successful 2024. You know?
Well, do this for me because you
Yeah.
guys also know that I am curious. And so, Ms. Blue will get to dipping around in places, but I want you to participate a little bit more for me in the readings. And this is for everyone, Terrence, not just you. Let me know in what
Okay.
area of your life. And so that way we can cut down on some of this time. Because remember, I'm at my standing
Okay.
desk. I'm not sitting down, I'm standing.
Well, I guess I would have to say financial success. Um, job wise,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
I,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we can work with that. And here's something, and I know you know this already, but I want to kind of bring this to your attention. Number one, I want you to know you're already successful, period. Okay. No question.
Uh,
No, no,
I get it.
no, 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 no. You don't. If you're saying you get it, you don't get it. You are already successful, and I need you to get that. And let me tell you why. Because one of the things that really help with finances is to have a clear and true understanding of where you really are. See, because when you
Mm-hmm.
say, nah, what you're equating to in finance only has to do with money. And finances really has everything and nothing to do with money. Money is one of the currencies that's connected to finances,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Right.
when you acknowledge that finance is only money, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot.
Well, I don't think it's only money, nah, but
Okay.
it's part of it.
Okay. So, would you
Yeah.
agree, and it's perfectly fine if you disagree, that you are successful?
In some areas, yes.
So, would you agree, Terrence? I need you to be all in or all out. Would you agree that you are successful?
Yes, I agree.
Don't say it because of me. I
No, I just sat here and I pondered over it, and yes, you're right.
Okay. All right.
I am pretty successful.
Okay. Do you have your health?
Yes,
Are you able to think on your own?
yes,
Can you speak for yourself?
yes,
Do you have the ability to change your mind?
absolutely.
Do you have the ability to choose your food that you're eating?
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Are you able to go to the bathroom in a place that you consider to be clean and feasible for when you can go to the bathroom to take a shower, to use it, to brush your teeth, wash your face, take a shower, bath, or whatever?
Yes.
Hmm. Are you able to lay down and go to sleep in a place where you can feel safe?
Yeah, that's, yes.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to bring you back to the basics for a minute because, by that definition, you are in the 1% of the world.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like somebody who's pretty successful to me. So we know that we're not dealing with success, because that can be something totally different in your mind. And I'm okay with whatever definition you attach to that. But I would love to encourage you to start with the basics. See, because after you start with the basics and you start putting other things on top of it, it's going to make it easier for you to reach your goal. Because what you're really talking about is goals and not being successful. Technically. You get it?
Okay.
All right. See, all of this has to do with how we have had our minds programmed. And if you don't fix that, it's going to be challenging to obtain your goal. Nothing wrong with your goal. Your goal may be, I want $20 million, Ms. Blue. That could be your goal. Nothing wrong with your goal.
Right.
But if you start
Mm-hmm.
saying, I am not successful unless I reach that goal, and we start really quantifying where you're at, it's going to get pretty dark and depressing. Wouldn't you agree?
No, I agree.
But if you say, listen, I have secured these basic things in my life, therefore I can reach for something more because I am successful. And success breeds success. Got it?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
You understand? It changes the energy, because right now your energy is giving a lot of things, broke and disgusted. And you're not that. Now you may feel that, but you're not that. You're not that. You're not that.
I'm so broken and disgusted, Ms. Blue. I don't.
Well, good, because your energy is telling me that's what you really feel.
Mm.
It is. Otherwise, why would we have this talk? I'm just telling you honestly. So I want you to adjust your frequency accordingly. So now let's take a look at your finances, now that we know that I am talking to a successful brother on the line. See, it's a difference.
Yes, you are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk about what's next for you. It's a lot of things next for you. One of the things that I actually see an envelope on the table. One of the things on the envelope on the table tells me that you have a situation that's coming up that you want to create. This is something you want to create. This is something you want to build out, and it's going to require legal action. Like you may have to have a lawyer look at the contract, or you may have to have a lawyer come do negotiations, or say, this can go forward. I just feel like this plan, this thing that you are ultimately working towards, requires some sort of legal action. On the other hand, I also see another envelope. That envelope there tells me that you got a lot of legal things coming up. Not in a negative way, but these are going to be things that require you to interact with quote unquote what we call the law. And it could be something as simple as negotiating some sort of care. It could be something dealing with a job or work, or it could be something dealing with inheritance, something in the family, something that should have got passed down to you or came to you or given to you or something somewhere. It's going to be some legal things, which I even see that you could be receiving some sort of favor. And I'm going to say it in that way. It could even be finances or favor from some sort of, I don't know if it's inheritance or something being given to you. By the way, it would be a great opportunity. I'm not a promoter of playing the lottery, but guess what? Right now, you have that energy with you that, you know how they say like Lady Luck is on your side? You kind of got Lady Luck with you. I wouldn't go overboard, but I'm just saying if there's something you want, this is your time for you to ask for it, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in finance, if you're on a job and you want to get a raise or you want to try to go for another position, that is it. If you're thinking about starting a business, it's time for you to start securing those things and getting those things in motion. Because those things will, and it's going to bring you finances. Here's the thing. I see us traveling and we're going down the road and I see flowers. So this is telling me that it's going to be somewhere around April, May, June, July, somewhere, and when the temperature is warmer, that these things will, whatever you're doing at this time, you're going to be able to receive these rewards a couple of months down the line.
Okay, so if I get prepared right now,
Absolutely.
I will reap the benefits in the spring.
Now, here's the thing. That's provided that you don't go off to the left. And I don't think you will.
What's the
And here's what I'm telling you. Why would you say to me, if I do it now, that means I'm going to? Why would you say that?
Because if I don't do anything, won't nothing happen.
Well, that's
Right.
subjective. Things are happening all the time. You can't worry about what happens. You have to stay present in what you are creating, and you have to be able to have that trust in that divine time. That's what you got to have, because you're still giving the power away. You understand? And you not owning it.
Okay.
I need you to really hear me. I don't think you do. I don't think you hear me, Terrence. You hear me?
One more time.
So talk to me about the things I spoke to you about, the legal things. Tell me about that. How does that resonate?
I don't have these things right now. I don't.
So you're not working a job.
Well, I do work. Yes, I'm a freelancer.
Okay.
So.
Do you have to sign contracts?
Well, I'm an independent contractor, so.
Do you have to sign contracts?
Yes.
Okay. So could it be possible that someone comes to you with a big deal, one of the largest deals you ever had as an independent contractor? You don't think you would take that and have some lawyer, someone who understands the law, to look at it, to make sure it's in the best interest of you and whoever you're doing the work for?
Of course. Sure, I would. Yes.
Okay. So stay with me.
Okay.
Stay with me. Because you said you don't see anything. If you're an independent contractor, guess what you should have? Contracts, which are legal documents.
Right.
You really should. Because then it lets people know that you are standing on what? Business. Which, and I know you know about business, right? I know you know about standing on business down there. So If you're
Yeah.
standing on business, then you will get people who care as much about what you're doing for them as what they want you to do, and they will pay you for that. But if we
Okay.
are constantly in homeboy hookup mode,
No, I'm not. I'm
okay,
never in homeboy hookup mode.
okay, so you know
Yeah.
about the legal aspect.
Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
Audiovisual technician.
Oh, I'm gonna need you. See?
Oh. But see, Ms. Blue, I'm trying to get out of that world into the creative world
to
where
do
I
what?
would truly believe um, I'm more musically inclined. Audiovisual on another level. Not so much a technical level, but a more creative level. Music and film.
Okay.
Um,
And so what's stopping
and
you? What's stopping you from doing it?
uh, I don't know, Ms. Blue. It's getting kind of late in the day. I don't know if I still got it.
Listen, nobody later than me. I put that on everything.
Yeah,
It's never
I
too
hear you.
late. Do you know that the person who started Colonel Sanders started his business in his 60s? The average millionaire is 49 years old when they started their business. I don't
Yeah,
understand
that's
what
true.
I don't understand what late in the game is. I don't
I
understand.
said kind of late in the day. I'm 52 years old,
Okay.
so
And that's young.
musically I'm still creative, but I'm not trying to be an artist. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? But I do still have music in me.
okay. And why
Um,
can't you get your music out? I would tell you don't quit your day job. You're really in the space where you can make these connections. But I'm just telling you from listening to you, you you're doubting yourself. And I want you to work on that because that's the only thing that's what you need. That's the only thing you need to turn this around. I need you to
okay,
have faith in yourself and put it out there. It's not for you to decide. It's for the people to decide. That's not up to you. As a creative, our
right.
job is not to critique, it's not to overanalyze, it's not for us to judge, it's to make it and put it out there.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the
Okay.
courage to do that at first, it's going to be hard to see where you need, if any place, to make an adjustment.
Okay.
All right. So, when can we expect something from you?
What you mean, like creatively?
Absolutely. Isn't that what we talking about?
You saying musically or
Yeah.
film wise?
No, I'm talking musically, film wise. I mean, if you got a cell phone, you can make a movie. Hell, Kanye made a whole video off his cell phone. They
Well, I
got,
think I'm gonna start something together tonight, Miss Blue.
okay. And when can we talking about the family, when can we expect something from you?
Y'all be the first to know.
No.
I'll shoot you up. Okay, I got you,
No.
Miss Blue.
You,
Don't
you,
put
you,
me. You gonna make me say it, huh?
yes, I am. I'm gonna make you, I'm gonna
Um,
put you on the spot right now,
okay, let's say a month from now.
I need a date. You need me to pull up the calendar? I can.
Today, today is February 5th.
Okay. So please make a note, Soul Family. February the 5th. Let's go see what day that is. Let's go see what day. February the 5th is a Monday. Don't play with me, Terrence. I'll do a whole broadcast
Ooh,
waiting on
you
your
got me
ass.
over here excited. Okay, I
February
got
the
some. I
5th.
got something.
Okay.
I'm gonna create something just for the remix. All
Okay.
right.
Okay. February the 5th,
All right.
we going to stand on some business. And Terrence is going to
Stand on
come
business.
back and, we going to do
Yeah,
our, we going to
share,
have our own,
share it with the
we gonna have our own showtime at the Apollo.
There it is.
So
All right.
here's some homework for
Heard
you.
it first.
Here's some
Okay.
homework. I need you to repeat to yourself before you go to sleep and before you wake up for exactly 1 minute on the dot. Like set your phone 1 minute, and I need you to tell yourself how successful you are for a whole minute before you go to sleep and first thing you wake up in the morning. And you need to do that for 30 days because you got to
Okay.
start reprogramming your mind. And then, but somewhere between here and there, I need you to write down what your definition of success is. Because that's the only thing that is causing the disconnect. Now you know about
No, I
lighting.
think success to me is doing what you love to do
No, it
and
ain't.
being paid for it.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
How you gonna tell me?
How can I
mean,
tell you? Let me tell you, not
yeah.
because I say so, because your word said so. Because the first thing I asked you was, were you successful? You said no. So you trying to tell me you don't love
Well,
lighting and you don't?
because
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I'm not really doing what I love to do,
Listen,
and I don't think a successful person would say they're successful if they're not really enjoying what they love to do.
okay.
That's all I was really.
Okay, well, thank you for the clarity, but here's where I call bullshit because you said, tell me about my finances.
Well, I was really trying to ask what would be the best direction for me to go in this year that I would be most financially successful. I think that's what I was trying to ask.
Mm. I'm going to let you slide with that because I like you.
But you don't, but you don't.
I'm going to let you slide. I'm going to let you slide, Terrence.
But
That's a good
I'm
one.
telling
That
you
was
the
a
truth.
good one. That was a good one, Terrence. I'm going to let you
Telling
slide.
you this. Telling you the God. I'm telling like my grandma said. I'm telling you what God loves. I'm telling you the truth.
I'm going to let you slide with that, Terrence. I'm going to let you slide because I like you. I'm going to let you slide. Terrence said, you ain't finna catch me up. Let me tell you what I really meant. But you understand what I'm saying, Terrence.
That's what I was trying to say. You kind of caught me off guard.
Okay, well, I'm glad you cleared that up for us because we know. I don't know if you watch Club Shay Shay with Cat Williams, but
yeah, I caught Cat.
yeah, I don't want to
let
have to
that
come
Uzi
back
go.
and I don't want to have to do a cat and tell a real story. But no, I'm just joking. But anyway, no. Seriously, we're going to be waiting for you. I'm going to be excited. And I want you to know that it is never too late. In fact, like I said, this is the year you kind of got Lady Luck on your side. So think about it that way because I need you to shift that perspective. This is the only thing that's holding you back. I would say don't quit your day job, but merge your way in. And I really feel, and I see that if you start to get things in motion now, then as we move into the summer months, you will be able to see how these things progress for you. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Thank you, Ms.Blue.
You're welcome. But hold on. Don't go nowhere. I got to put your number somewhere. Because, see, you're going to try to not come back. Hold on.
Nah.
You going to come
I'm
back?
not gonna be able to.
Okay.
I ain't gonna be able to squirm out of this one. But yeah, take my number down anyway.
Well, I think they got it in the Blue Room. I just need your first three. We got you. 4043. We got you.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right,
Well,
Ms. Blue.
peace and love, Terrence. Thanks for
Take care.
calling in. Oh, I'm
Peace and love.
excited, you guys. We can't wait until next month on the 5th. We're going to be able to do that. We're going to be able to do that. So here's what I want you all to also, dang it, totally slipped my mind. Oh, I want to say thank you to Mad Titan for the super chat donation. I almost forgot. I'm reading you guys' comments. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all don't give Terrence a hard time. Terrence gonna come back with some music for us. We're gonna be getting it in. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code 2107. 2107.
2107.
That's you.
Hello,
Hello. Greetings. Who's on the line?
it's Kiera. Hi.
Hi, Kiara.
I just had a question. I keep seeing the numbers 1144, and I just want to know if it's my spirit guides. Do they have something they need to tell me?
And tell me what number you keep seeing?
1144, 444, 333. Just a lot of numbers.
Yeah. Well, whenever you see these numbers, these are frequency patterns that you see. And I want you to kind of get the overall meaning. And so when I give you the overall meaning of 1111, right? The overall meaning of
Mm-hmm.
of 1111, 44, 1144, 333, it's the universe letting you know that it's speaking to you. God, the divine, the most high, whatever you call it, that you are in
Mm-hmm.
direct communication with the source. And so, what's
Okay.
just as important as you recognizing the number is to remember what you were doing right before the number. What were you thinking? What were you doing? What was
Mm.
happening right before the number shows up? Because these are confirmations, and through these interpretations, it will show up as realizations in your life. See, a lot of people want to jump to,
Mm.
let's talk about what the numbers mean. Let's take a step back. Because remember,
Mm-hmm.
you're the magic. Nothing happens unless you do. So, what were you doing?
Right.
Can you think about what was heavy on your mind or your heart? Or were you thinking? Were you doing something? It could have been joyful before the numbers started
Mm.
showing.
I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
know. When I did think about 1144, is my son was born at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
every time I see it, I think about him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know exactly what I was thinking in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I want to say the other day when my daughter was telling me about her dream, her about her father, she said she was traveling. She was in space
Mm-hmm.
and or in the universe, and she said
Mm-hmm.
that she walked in on a group of people, which was her family members that have passed on, like her dad, her grandma,
Mm-hmm.
and her stepdad. And she said, Mom, when they saw me, they said hi. They stopped talking. Dad started crying, and she said, when I looked down at myself, I was like the universe. I guess she was covered
Mm-hmm.
in the universe. I don't know. And she says, but I was pulled away.
Mm-hmm. How old is
And when she
she?
was
Is
telling
she
me that, she
4 or 5? How old is she?
no, she's a 7, and she was like, "Mom, can I
Ah,
talk to Ms.Blue?" And she's,
yes,
I said, "I don't know. I have to see." So,
absolutely.
you
Because
would like to talk? Can
of
okay?
course I can talk to
Yes,
her, but
I'm
here's
listening.
the
Go
thing.
ahead.
Let me talk to you first. The first thing
Yes.
that I want to tell you is that children have a direct connection with source, and because they're open to
Mhm.
receive. So unless that part of us has been shut down a lot of times, but there are some great schools out there that don't teach in the traditional way. A lot of people homeschool their kids, so they don't really get
Mhm.
that harsh programming anymore. And even in our regular schools, believe it or not, there are a lot of loving and caring people who are nurturing children in a different kind of way. And so children aren't necessarily shutting down at this particular age, but it's really around this age. I feel like for her,
Mhm.
a lot of this, she's been more boisterous about when she started turning 4 or 5. That was a critical point that Spirit showed me in her
Mhm.
life. What happened when she was
Oh.
4, between the ages of 4 and 5?
Hmm. Let's see. She has this. she has this neurological thing going on with her having a shunt, a VP shunt. We went to the doctor maybe one time, and she just, I want to say that was something
She has
that
what now?
happened.
Where does she have it at?
She has a VP shunt. It's on the left side of her body.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to go get checked out for that. I want to say between 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm. Anybody?
Grandpa has passed away.
Okay.
4 and 5. I don't know.
It's okay.
I can't really
Just kind of
pinpoint.
ponder. Just kind of ponder that just a little bit. Just think about it.
Okay.
Just think about it. But
Okay.
really, she's gonna be fine. I don't see anything. What did they tell you about that particular thing going on the left side of her body?
They just said that, her brain fluid isn't, moving like it's supposed to throughout your body.
Mm-hmm.
And so she had to get that when she was a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't like going to the hospital. So I was thinking maybe that could have been one of the things that, going to the doctors during that time, could have been something.
Yeah,
That
I just feel like she is highly, highly clairvoyant, like extremely clairvoyant. And but
because
yeah.
she says things.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. She says what now?
She says things like, Mom, sometimes my vision, like she'll say things like, I see purple or green around you, or she'll say things like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she said she wanted to talk to you, and I don't know if that was okay.
Of course she can.
So
What's
she
her
probably
name?
can tell you.
What's her name?
Here she goes.
What's her name? I'll ask her.
Her name is Narai.
Okay. Narai. How beautiful.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Narai.
Hi.
Listen, this is Ms.Blue. I'm going to give you some sparkles before we start, okay?
Okay.
Ooh, did you catch those sparkles?
Yeah.
Did they make you feel good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, your mom was telling me that you wanted to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me
I
what.
had like a dream.
Yes.
And it was about like my dad and my grandma. And grandpa. In my dream, it's like I went to the universe and I saw my dad and my grandma, and my grandpa.
Beautiful.
And they were all happy to see me.
Yes.
And I was crying in my dream with happy tears because I saw my dad and my grandma and my grandpa.
Yes. I know they were so happy to see you. And then what happened?
And then like something snatched me away, and while I was going back, like when I was waking up, I saw my kitty going forward and I was going backwards.
You saw your kitty going forward and you were going backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That is such a powerful dream. Ms.Blue's going to share something with you. When I was a little girl like you, I used to have those dreams too. And it's nothing to be afraid of, but how beautiful that you got a chance to see your dad and your grandmother and your grandfather, and they got a chance to see you. So I don't want you to be scared. Any of those dreams, nothing is going to hurt you. You are filled with so much love and so much light. And they just wanted to check on you. You know, they just wanted to see you and just see how you were doing.
Okay.
And your mom told me that sometimes you can see colors around people. And she said sometimes you see colors. Those are called auras. You can see people's energies and colors.
How cool.
I want you to know that that's a really cool thing. Here's what I want you to do. What is your cat's name?
Belle.
Belle. Oh, I want you to give Belle a big hug and love. Because Belle is a special kitty cat. Belle is not a normal kitty cat. That's a very special, loving cat. And I know you love Belle a lot.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to know, what does my dad want to tell me?
Okay, listen, I'm glad you asked me because your father wanted you to know that he is forever going to be your guardian angel and that he loves you so much. And when you go to sleep at night, he is always kissing you. He is always giving you kisses and love, and he's so happy and so proud of you. And one of the things that he says is that I see that there were some special shoes you wanted for Christmas. Did you get those shoes?
Mhm.
Your dad said he did everything to make sure that everyone knew to get those shoes for you because he wanted you to have those pretty shoes and those clothes and all of that. He loves the way your hair is. He says when you smile, he reminds him so much of himself and that he's always close by. He's not in a physical body, but your dad is always right there with you.
Okay.
Okay. And he said he loves you so much, he
Okay.
doesn't want you to be afraid when you go to sleep at night because he's there protecting you and to stay close to your mom and keep telling your mom all of the things that's going on in your life and know that he loves you so much and he's so proud of you, especially because your dad is showing me that you kind of struggled in math a little bit. Is math a tough subject for you?
A little bit.
Yeah. So your dad said, don't worry. He's going to be helping you with your math and make sure that you get that math and you're going to be able to get that math and do better in math as well, too.
Mhm.
He's giving you a big hug and a kiss, and Ms.Blue is giving you such a big hug and a kiss right now. There you go, sweetie.
Thank you.
Love you
Thank you,
so
Miss
much,
Blue.
sweetie. You're so welcome. Oh, she is so precious. Precious.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. How old is the cat?
She's like 4 or 5 months.
Mm-hmm. Very special
Yes.
cat. Very special cat. And interesting. I don't want to talk
Mhm.
about it here because I'm sure the children are still around.
Well, she can. You can go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. She's leaving.
yeah, yeah. Pay
Okay.
pay very
Okay.
close attention to the cat because our cats are
Yes.
here a lot of times. And she said something so interesting in the dream. She said she was going back and the cat was going forward. So
Yes.
just keep an open mind. But if that is the case, just know that things are in divine order and it's
Mhm.
okay. It's okay because
Okay.
you understand without me saying it, it's okay. But she made sure she told me that, and I wanted to make sure I told you that so that you can understand. See, because our pets come back and they really are sort of soul companions for us. And a lot of
Okay.
times they will take on things. They will stay with us till we get to a certain stage in our life, until we
Mhm.
overcome some challenges that we're going through. And some of them will even take on our physical illness and things and struggles, emotional struggles that we're dealing with,
Oh,
and
that's
they will
beautiful.
hold those energies for us. And I just want you to pay attention that she said they pushed her back, but the cat went forward.
Mhm.
So she's going to be perfectly
Yes.
fine. And know that that
Oh.
cat, Bella, loves her dearly, dearly, as well as all
Oh,
of you.
she picked her out.
Yeah, I know
She
she
picked her
did.
out. They
I know
picked
she
each
had,
other.
she picked her out. I know she had to have a connection. So I want you to understand that a lot of times cats, and it can be dogs, it can be birds, it can be whatever, our pets are. They will be with us on our journey and they will take on certain things that we are struggling with or dealing with that's difficult for us. They will take those emotional and even sometimes those physical ailments, and they will sort of harness themselves with that energy to hold it and take it with them. Yeah.
Hmm. Oh, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Miss Blue.
Yeah. Oh,
She needed
happy.
to hear that. She's gonna give me big hugs.
Yes, yes. Kiss the babies. You take care of yourself. Everyone from the other side is sending love. The message was mainly for her because she is afraid. This is why she doesn't want to go to the doctor. So I want you to assure her that
Hmm.
everything is going to be wonderful. She is fine. And you can let her know. Ms.Blue said she checked you out. You are going to be good. This is something that she will deal with. But a part of it is also, even though we see it as something different in our bodies, right? It's going to be the way
Hmm.
she functions in her body. And it also is bringing on her vision. And I don't want to call anybody out, but I know that there is a powerful visionary with Planet Remix. And when you were saying what she has, she said that she has it. And this is who I call a visionary in Planet Remix. Oh, Sheila says she has the same condition. And
Oh
so,
yes.
yes.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and I'm telling you, if you want to know a badass vision, a person with who has the sight to see, Sheila is a visionary. She can see into the future, clairvoyancy as well with her.
Oh, that's
And she
beautiful.
makes videos and films. If you've never been online and you haven't seen Sheila's work, definitely go to Planet
Oh
Remix,
wow.
look for her, and
I
check it out
will.
so that she can see, because a lot of this has to do with that left side um, draining that way. It's a lot of complicated things that the medical world has not caught up with, but what it has
Hmm.
enhanced is the pineal gland, because it does affect the thymus, and the hypothalamus and the pineal and all of those pituitary glands and the different things in the brain, but it opens up a
Yeah.
vision. I think mine's got open when I got my head busted on a table with glass, but it's many ways
Hmm.
that people have had
Right.
these things happen and other things come online with it. But I don't see this to
And
be a
she says
problem.
that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It,
Okay, yeah,
it,
because she says that. She says, "Mom, I think my," she
yeah.
says, "I think it's open," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, baby," and I
She,
hear her, and I just,
yes,
I
you
I
should,
encourage her.
yeah, write notes
And so,
down, encourage her to express her thoughts. Anytime you want her to talk to me, shoot me an email. We can set
okay,
something up, but she's going to be fine. And, also when she sleep, make sure she does have her head kind of elevated a little bit. Definitely want to
okay.
keep some socks on her feet, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
She definitely does not wear socks. But I just told her like yesterday, I said, you have to start wearing socks or
Just when it's
wearing,
cool, just make sure they're thin, because she tends to run energy very high in her body. So she gets hot, so,
yes,
just
she
she
does.
gets hot very fast because she's running a lot of energy. Let me tell you, anybody in the family gets sick, just let her lay hands on them, baby. They gonna be all right.
Oh wow.
They're
Oh,
going to
I
be
love it.
all right. They're going to be all right. But definitely, like I said, just make sure she has a pillow. Make sure her head is elevated a little bit when she sleep. And, she's good. She's going to
Okay.
be fine. She's going to be beautiful, better than fine. She's going to be beautiful. And you're such an
Thank
amazing,
you.
powerful, loving mother, and doing an
Oh, thank
amazing
you.
job with the children. So just continue to keep giving them love and support. And yeah, everything's well.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So peace and love. Let me give the whole family some sparkles.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love it. Peace and love. Hold the line.
Oh, okay.
How beautiful was that? Oh my goodness. Love the babies. Absolutely love the babies. We're going to go to the next caller calling in from area code 7045. I don't think I went there. 7045?
That's me.
Yes, that's you. Who's on the line, please?
My name is Brooklyn.
Mm. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Hey, Brooklyn.
How are you?
I am amazing. Thank you. That's my birth city, Brooklyn. Brooklyn, Brooklyn. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Arizona.
Oh, not Brooklyn in Arizona, but yeah, beautiful.
It's funny because when you said calling number 704, I was saying it at the same time. That's funny.
Well, good. You are on it, Brooklyn. Happy 2024. Happy 2024.
Likewise.
Thank you. And how can I help?
I would just like to know what the year 24 will bring in for me spiritually and financially.
Mm,
Spiritually more,
spiritually
but
and financially. Well, that can be a little tricky.
okay.
That can be a little tricky. Because a lot of it is dependent upon you, what it can bring,
Right.
as far as the potential. But let's see if we can take a look at one of your higher timelines. Or
Okay.
I know you don't want to look at the lower timeline.
We can look at any timeline. I'm here for it.
Are you?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm only going to look at one. So pick which one. You want a lower timeline or
Give me the
higher?
higher.
Okay. That's what I thought. Brooklyn said, wait a minute now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So, couple of things, higher timeline. Interesting enough, Brooklyn, I see a stack of books next to you. So, this tells me either you are in school, some sort of class, something you're taking, you are attempting to go back to something you were doing that you got to study for. So, I see a lot of focus and dedication on studies. What are you attempting to do?
I'm currently in school now, going after my psychology degree.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. And what year are you in? My son has his degree. This is one of his degrees.
I wish I could tell you. I know I'll be receiving my associates in May, and then I'll be transferring to ASU to complete my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you really want to do?
So what I really want to do is help people.
No,
I
no, no.
believe that
No,
the
no, no.
mind is all,
No, no, no.
and
No, no,
that
no. No, no,
everybody
no.
is meant
No,
to.
no, no. No, no, no.
Okay,
Slow down.
gotcha.
You're moving too fast. And remember, Ms.Blue is doing her standing desk tonight. So I can't, I can't move like I want. So I want to ask you this. Is that really what you want to do? Meaning go for your degree in psychology.
Not necessarily.
Okay, stop right there.
Um,
Stop right there. No explanation is needed, and you're doing wonderful. What do you
mhm.
really want to do?
Be an entrepreneur.
Okay. Uh, doing what? Because entrepreneur is a subtitle. It's not a title. I know the world thinks it's a title, but the truth is we're all
Right.
entrepreneurs in our lives. Everybody is on the quest for who they are. So that makes you an entrepreneur, but that's a subtitle. I need to know, what do you want to do? If you don't know,
Ultimately, help people.
okay. All right. That's a little too surface. I
Hmm.
mean, what do you want to do? You see the old lady crossing the street, you want to hold her hand and help her cross? What do you mean, help people? That's
If I'm in a position to, yes, uh,
okay,
but
beautiful.
mostly just help people.
Okay, but
Go ahead.
you're not specific enough. And I'm going to give you some secrets to the universe. Because you're not
Okay,
specific, nothing won't open for you. So,
got you.
what do you mean help people? This is your opportunity and the energy is right, Brooklyn, for you to open all the doors. So, what do you want to do?
Specifically, help people with mental illness.
Okay. All right. And how do you think you can best get there?
That's the challenging part. Um, One way is by listening and then responding, but also listening and then building something for them and responding with that so that they can do the work and then come back to me and let me know how it has helped. That
Okay.
way I can either add
Mm,
or take
ta-
away things.
Take away. That's beautiful. And when you say building something, take Miss Blue into that world. What do you mean building something? Like what?
Uh, so, for instance, it would be something of somebody has a block that they can't get past. So I would ask them, uh, questions to dig a little bit deeper
So
to
you mean
see
like talk
where.
therapy?
Say again?
Like talk therapy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now you're a highly intelligent young man. So what do you
Thank you.
think is your best way to get there? Because I'm loving this. I'm absolutely loving this. We need more loving and caring people who really have the passion and the love that wants to help to do that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Can you ask that question again?
I said, so what do you think? How do you think you're going to be able to get there?
Uh, First, by showing and proving through myself, because on the journey, I'm having to do the same thing that I would
Absolutely.
have other people do.
Absolutely. Let me tell you what, when I was going back to school, there were some years and we have quite a few psychologists and people who study psychology as a part of Planet Remix, and quite a few of them. And one of them is a professor at the university, I think in Nevada. I don't know if she's still there. She was over one of their programs. And she had taught, I did a reading for her and her family. And she had talked to me about that she felt like if I went back to school and received my degree, I could help more people. I personally didn't agree with that. I did go back to school for a while. It did serve in that field of psychology for me, but I did not pursue it all the way. But what I also know for myself, my son who has a degree in psychology and sociology, is that anyone who studies those fields is trying to figure themselves out. Just like anyone who studies anything metaphysic or spiritual, you are trying to figure yourself out first and foremost. So
Correct.
beautiful given there. So here's the second thing
Hmm.
that I want to say to you is I know you said you don't really want to go to school. So answer the question for me of why you don't really want to go the rest
I
of the
don't
way.
believe you need a degree
Okay.
to be abundant in life.
Okay. I agree with that too. I agree that you don't necessarily need a degree. I agree with you 100%. However, I also agree that if you have a degree, it can also assist you in making changes in understanding what needs to change. There's a benefit on
Hmm.
both sides. Can we not agree that there's a benefit that you don't
Totally agree.
really need a degree? I'm definitely proof of that. And there is a benefit if you have a degree. There is a benefit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
when I asked you how far along you were in school, you kind of hesitated. So do you know?
It's because I don't know.
You don't know.
No, ma'am. I don't know. I know that
Mm-hmm.
I will have my associates at the end of May, and then depending on how the credits work at ASU
Mm-hmm.
and how many classes I have to take, I would say I would be there an extra year.
Mm-hmm.
So at least 2025,
Yeah.
or if not late 25, I should have my bachelor's.
Yeah. It'll go by pretty quick. And even with the bachelor's, that doesn't immediately give you that access as you're thinking. And I will tell you this. Have you looked at other routes of counseling and therapy,
Yes, ma'am.
such as,
Social work.
okay, something else?
Mm, that would be it. Outside of that, I would just shoot to like podcast as
Mm-hmm.
far as diving like a think tank,
Mm-hmm.
and giving out ideas for people to use,
Mm-hmm.
or just having a back and forth with somebody that has a high intelligence. That way, I can learn from them as well as the audience watching.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And let me ask you a question. What do you think the benefits would be for you to get your degree?
Mm, benefit would just open up a world that I'm not used to.
And when you say not used to, tell me what that means.
Corporate. The only job that I've ever had that would be similar to corporate would be military. Outside of that, I've never really worked a job that wasn't like retail or restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And I want to give you something. And I know you don't know this, but you really hit a good button here. Let me be the first to say this. There is no such thing as corporate anymore.
Okay.
Those days are gone. And the only reason I note it here, so y'all can have this on record that Ms.Blue said this, because before COVID came, I told people there's no such thing as a cold anymore. And people laughed. Like Ms.Blue said, I said, colds are out the way. There's no such thing as a cold. When was the last time somebody really had a cold? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I can't think of the last time I had one.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, do you want to finish school or you don't? Do you feel you need to finish school or you don't? Because it just seems like you got some mixed things.
Do I want to, well, do I need to finish school? No. Do I want to finish school? Yes.
Okay, good. Because I personally feel you need to finish school. And not because you need a degree, because I don't feel you need a degree. But I think it will help you to be able, because one thing that academia will give you is a foundation on how to express and think for yourself. It will give you that support and how to do research. And this is you doing research in a field that you love.
Right.
I don't think anyone needs to do anything, but I think it will be a plus for you if this is what you're truly passionate about. But I will honestly tell you, if I'm looking at you because I see you energetically, I don't think you're truly passionate about this. I think you don't know what to do. And this is something you're good at, which is nothing wrong with it. And you need to figure your shit out. And this is sort of the easy route.
Right.
Oh, well,
Completely understand that.
Can you? I really think you don't know. I think you need to explore some more of the healing arts. I think hypnotherapy you would be amazing at hypnotherapy because people are often very calm in your presence and they are trusting in your presence and they're able to listen to you. And you're able to channel like who I'm talking to now. And if I were to go into another part of you, I could bring out a whole nother personality. Do you not agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all want me to bring it out? No, we ain't gonna do that tonight. But woo,
Yeah, I definitely do have different personalities.
Oh, we don't want to bring them out of Brooklyn tonight. Y'all ain't ready. But I really think you should explore some of the other modalities. I think you still should go because I think for you, this is not a quest of what the world needs for you, but this is something you need to prove to yourself. This is something personal for you. And for that, don't let anyone tell you, and I know you can stand on this, that you don't need a degree. You already know that. This is bigger than a degree. You have to complete this initiation. And some people don't understand that. We get so caught in these spiritual realms and we want to be rebels to everything of this world. And I get it. But sometimes we end up cutting ourselves short. And right now, you need to complete this because this is something greater spiritually that you will be able to offer the world because it's going to put you in your alignment that you need to be in. It doesn't have anything to do with even what you will be learning or not learning, what you'll be defining and undefining. It's about a personal quest and its initiation. This is how come some people are falling back into certain religions and certain doctrines after they've been in the spiritual world and they wake up and say they had this epiphany. I agree with it, but what they actually had is they have to go through an initiation. Some people have jumped timelines and realized they've gotten somewhere, and now the ground is very shaky because they have missed some steps. That's just the reality of life, and it's okay. We have to remember that nothing takes away from being spiritual. Every single human being born into humanity on earth is a spiritual being. There is no credentials required. There is no name. There is no study. There is no association that can take your spiritual card away from you. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. I do appreciate that.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you because you will be the person that after you finish, don't do like Ms.Blue. Don't go in there and start telling them that don't work, this don't work. Don't do that. Because they're going to put you out. They're going to put you out. Like they wanted to put my ass out. I was challenging everything. But go through the process. And you're good with going through the process. You're good with being, quote unquote, the soldier to go through the process because you know what's on the other side is greater. And something else we don't talk about in the spiritual community, we feel like we never should sacrifice. And I personally feel just being on this journey, this short period of time, is once you do coming to a knowing of yourself, you begin to sacrifice even more because you know it's greater than yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
So I say you're on the right track, but I want you to explore some more of that, especially those things that dive deep into the mind, like start looking into hypnotherapy because you, oh my gosh, that is just amazing. I don't know if you've ever studied it, if you've ever looked into it, but I want you to look into it because what that may do for you, because a lot of the stuff that you will be going through, you are far advanced in it, in your understanding, in your inward understanding. You may not understand how to get there, but you know the answer to the other side. And that can be challenging for us star workers on the planet because we know the end result. We can't tell you your path, of how academic or how the law or how society wants us to get there, but we know the end result. And so you can pick up that degree in a matter of months, in a matter of hours, right? And be doing something because inspiration has to be fed. People don't get this. Inspiration has to be fed. You cannot think you get one spark of something and everything is just going to be guns and roses as you're walking your path. There's times you're not going to want to do it. If you are not doing anything to feed that inspiration, then it's going to die. Just like if you start a fire and you don't feed it wood, the fire is eventually going to burn out. Not because it wasn't a good fire, because you didn't feed it. So you have to feed your desire. And your desire can't just be fed in one way. It cannot be fed just through the left hemisphere. So I want you to start also taking on researching, experiencing some of these different modalities, looking into different ways of healing, looking in to different things that deal with the mind, like EFT, look into hypnotherapy, look into reprogramming the subconscious mind, and start doing some work in that particular area. I know you mentioned about a podcast, or even start venturing out and doing other work so you can continue to feed. So when you get ready to sit in that classroom, or when you get ready to start taking those classes, and you want the end result, but you're not so invested in the way they want you to do the end result, and you start to lose that passion. You don't misunderstand that you've lost the passion for what you want. You've lost the passion for the process, not the dream. So you got to feed that dream. You got to feed it. And this is where you are. This is what's happening with you. You need something to feed it. And see, when we're not feeding that part of us, everything slows down. Finances slow down. You understand, this is where finances get tied, because we don't have that same kind of joy, that same kind of spark, that same kind of flow within us. We're not that open anymore. We start to become very heavy, very dense, and money is on a higher currency. And if we can get above and get into that flow, then you will be able to reconnect and your finances will open back up for you. Like that.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. You have to come back, Brooklyn, and let us know how that journey is going for you. And
I most definitely will.
All right. Well, let me give you some sparkles, because it always feels better with sparkles.
Gratitude.
Yep. And then
appreciate it.
You're welcome. And run your energy a little higher. Brothers, you know what I'm saying. I like y'all to be running around 55, 60 miles an hour. Right now, you going about a good, smooth 25. I'm going to need you to run your energy a little higher. Just a little higher.
We're about to work on that.
All right. All right, Brooklyn. Peace and love. You too. Thanks for calling. Happy 2024. I got to say it right. How beautiful. How beautiful. The brothers are stepping up. I need to know right now, as we continue, do we have anybody in the building tonight that is from Canada? We got any people in the building from Canada? Anybody here from Canada? Any of my Canadian international listeners in the building, in the Blue Room? Let me know. Anybody in Canada? We got anybody in Canada in the building? Yes, no, maybe so. Well, I'm going to throw it out to everybody. I know Drake. I know my boyfriend's from Canada. You ain't got to tell me about that. He ain't in Canada right now. But yeah, I know. Minnesota, you close. Oh, Priestess Donna Lee. Perfect. Here we go. I got a question. Now, this is a free question, and it's open to everyone, but I definitely want to talk about those people in Canada because they may know. I had a very interesting conversation with my sister today. Um, as always, but this was a little extra interesting. So she was on this quest because she likes to do photo shoots. Not your girl. I'm past that. I don't do that anymore. But she likes to do photo shoots and all these different things. But anyway, she told me she wanted to buy this coat. And, I did as any sibling would do. She's my baby sister. So I, was trying to ration with her, like, don't you already got enough coats? And she said, yeah, I really do, but I haven't brought a coat in a couple of years. She said, and I really, really want this coat, I really, gosh, I want this coat so bad. I've been looking for this coat for years and I haven't been able to find the one that I want. So lo and behold, later tonight, she sends me a picture with her with this beautiful pink coat on. And interesting enough, I wore pink today. So we're laughing. She's like, oh my God, because we share pictures. She was like, I wore pink today. I said, I wore pink today too. We both wore pink and black. We both had pink and black. Her coat was pink and black. And I said, that's a nice coat. She said, look at the coat. Look at the coat. Look at the coat. So I'm looking at the coat. I'm enlarging. Oh, Karmik is here too. Hey, Karmik. So oh, but you're in the UK, but you may know too. So I'm enlarging the coat because I'm like, what? I said, it's a nice coat. No, this is not just a nice coat. This is the coat I've been telling you about that I've been looking for years. I said, what kind of coat is it? And she said a name to me that I promise you, it immediately, oh, Queenie, you wore pink and black today? Listen, it is Pink Friday. It is. Give it up for Nikki. But I literally warped. I want y'all to hear me. I warped into a past life when she said the name. And a few minutes later, I came to and I said, what kind of coat is that again? And she said the name again because I wanted to make sure. I warped into a past life again. I have never, that I can remember, heard this name of a coat or anyone who wanted one of these coats. But if you're from Canada, you may know because she gave me the whole history. And then, are y'all ready for this? She had the nerve to tell me, I think the remix needs to know about this. So here we are. This is one of the stories I'm going to tell you about. The name of the coat is called a moose knuckle. I'm going to let you sit with that. Moose knuckle. Have you ever heard, don't go Google it and come back and tell me you know. I'm talking about for real, for real. Have you ever heard of a moose knuckle? Oh, Teflar does collabs. I don't think she know Teflar does collab with them. I have never, ever, and I have been around the world again and back again. I have never heard of a moose knuckle coat. Thank you, Donna Lee. Donna Lee said, I have never heard of it. Well, apparently it was big in the hip hop industry. They all walk around with the moose knuckles on. Thank you, Journey. Journey said, I've heard of a moose knuckle, but not in that context. Thank you, Journey, because I kept going into a past life. And I kept saying, damn it, I got to do some research on this moose knuckle. I've got to do some research on this moose knuckle. When I looked up that moose knuckle, I'm just saying, I don't know. It's a bad coat. Don't get me wrong. The coat is fire. But I don't know how I would feel walking around talking about I got on a moose knuckle. But apparently, the moose knuckle is one of the most famous coats, and it's known for, Canada and Canada, you know, uh, with this moose knuckle. And if you look up what it means, it tells you. So I don't have to tell y'all that, y'all. And Laverne said that's a favorite in Chicago. Okay. Educate me. Because she said, I'm telling you, the remix needs to know about this. But get this. It was $1,000 coat. And she found it for more than 50% off at TJ Maxx. And the coat fits her almost like it was made for her. Literally. It's a badass coat. I think I could have did without knowing Moose Knuckle name, but it's a badass coat. She's been wanting a Moose Knuckle for a long time. Yes, Nakiba said that's a great deal. That's what she said. Matter of fact, I had to hang up on her because I had to get ready for the show because she was going off talking about you just don't know how great of a deal it is. Well, I Googled it and I think I went to Saks or somewhere and I seen these coats going for 1,000 and up, you know. I live in Texas. So, I've been here for quite a bit, but it's a bad coat. So I wanted to share that with you guys because my sister said y'all needed to know about the moose knuckle coats. And apparently they do a lot of collabs. She was telling me in the hip hop community, a lot of celebrities rock these moose knuckles, including Drake and many other. Method Man, they named quite a few, male and female, of these moose knuckles. Yeah. Yep. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that story. Now, here's the second story that I told you guys earlier that I said, why do y'all keep telling me information about my boyfriend, Drake? I know he's from Canada. I know this. I know his house. I know all of this. Drake even has stopped by the show and left comments. I know this. I got it. I got it. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Y'all are good fans of his, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. But if you go check the archives, Champagne Bobby, he didn't stop by, left quite a bit of comments. But anywho, let me continue. But oh no, Sheila said I'm gonna put a moose knuckle in one of my videos. Oh my goodness. Priestess Erica. Now, what we not gonna do is we are not gonna talk about Drake. That's what we not gonna do. I love you like a play cousin, but we not fixing to talk about Drake. That we not gonna do. Anywho, listen, no, seriously. Yeah, we not talking about Aubrey. We not talking about Aubrey. Because Aubrey and Drake is two different people. But that's That's a story for a different day. But listen, I got to tell you guys this. Okay. So I'm going to tell the story as the story unfolded, okay? And so you guys can know. So I don't I don't exactly know what state it was in. But what actually happened is there was a mother and two children. There was a mother and two children. And this is kind of sad. So I'm going to switch gears. Nakiba, Nakiba, you don't have to tell me about Degrassi. I know all about the Degrassi days. I know all of that. I know all that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I know Aubrey was in Degrassi, and I know Drake raps. I know. I know. I told you. I know. I know. I know. So anyway, no. I want to tell you guys this story because it's really going to speak to what I was talking about, supernatural powers in 2024. So there was this mother and her two children. And you know how they have those plazas? I think they're called like plazas, or sometimes like we have outlets. You know how we have plazas, and in Texas we have like little outlets. Like you can go to the outlets and you see all the stores, but there's still cars driving and things like that. And then you have plazas. So inside the plaza, you may have a grocery store in the plaza. You may have a TJ Maxx in the plaza, and you may go further down and there may be a Bath and Body Works in the plaza. But then there may be a karate school, and at the corner there could even be a beauty supply store, and then you may even see like a school, like maybe a charter school or a daycare center or something, all in the plaza, a nail salon, absolutely. So you all get the picture about what I'm talking about in the plaza. So all of these things, um, Mr. Dante said, did Ms.Blue ring the Yoni bell? You remember that, Dante? I rang that bell and y'all went crazy. But listen, stay focused so we can stay focused. So anyway, this mother and her two children were walking. So, you know, in the plaza, the streets are short, but there's always cars either going left or right, up and down. So anyway, there was this mother and she had her two children. She apparently had went shopping in the plaza and they were getting ready to cross the street. And then all of a sudden, what happened out of nowhere comes this SUV. The SUV runs into the mother and the children, runs them over, and the SUV lands on top of them. So you have about a 5-year-old and a younger child and a mother with the SUV on top of them. So now it's flipped over on its side. So out of nowhere, this gentleman in a uniform, I think they said he was in the Marines, he comes running over. Yes, I told y'all we're going to get, shit just got real. So the mother, he comes running over and he's trying to lift the SUV off of the mother and the children, but he obviously can't lift the whole SUV by himself. So he looks around and there are these teenage kids. I want to say nobody was over 15 or 16. They were under. And he yells to the kids, hey, come help, come help. The kids come running over to the SUV. And he's telling them to grab, you know, part of the SUV so they can try to push it up off of the mother and the children. The mother was still talking, saying, please help, my children are under here. And as they're trying to push the SUV, all of a sudden, you see the school that the children were in. It's either a school or some aftercare. It was something. And the school director comes out, and I'm just using people's voices, okay? So, you know, I'm trying to tell a story so y'all can understand. So he comes out and says, hey, what's going on? And so the Marine guy says, hey, this SUV, I need help. So he says, wait, I'm going to go get some children. He runs back in the building and he calls all the children out of the building. So you see all these kids coming out the building, and some of them were 5, some of them are 4. 5, 4, 8, 9, 10. Nobody was over 15. And so he instructs the children to get around the SUV. And he's telling them on the count of 3, we're going to lift. So you got all of these children out there, and he knows that it's only a matter of time that what's going to happen, it will crush the mother and the children. And on the count of 3, the children are 1, 2, and they're, and you see these little tiny babies lift the SUV up and shove it over on the other side of the street. And the mother and the children had some bruises, but they are alive. Supernatural powers activate. It's online. It's online. Not only is that online, the coming together of people, because these children were all nationalities, all races, it's only one race, human, but nationalities and backgrounds. And these children, they didn't just move the SUV. They didn't shove it, because if they would have shoved it over them, it could have crushed them. They lifted it and moved the SUV. Amazing. That's right. Teamwork makes the dream work. And that happened right after we crossed over into 2024. So those supernatural powers are there. Those kids instantly went into action and assisted. So I wanted to share that with you all, because I thought that was just touched my heart so much. And so many of those stories about people and children and things that are happening. I do want to make some acknowledgement. Is Goddess Rainwater still here? Because I thought I seen her tiptoe. I know she goes to bed early, but I hope she is. Sending you so much love, Rain. We're going to get together too, because like I told you, 2024, Rain has come on. We're going to be doing some work together. I know many of you guys have been taking her classes as well. So we're going to be doing some things together. Hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm sure Rain is busy, but I know she'll make some time to come through on Planet Remix to share as well. So I love it. I love it. But I wanted to share that with you all because it's just incredible. This is really an opportunity. Remember, when we're talking about going to another dimension, because you're going to hear that, you're not physically leaving Earth. That's so not the point. We're talking about your vibration. It's literally, you could be laying in the bed, although I hope you wouldn't, with someone who's still here in this dimension while you're in another dimension. So it's not that. And it's nothing wrong. There are some people who want to be left behind and they want to stay and work in the lower dimension. But I just want to let y'all know, in case y'all missing me, I'm not staying in them lower dimensions. So I'm going to need, I'm going to need y'all to keep up. We need to go to another dimension. I'm not staying in the lower dimension. Of course, I'm going to be here to help. I'm going to be here to support, and I'm going to be here to do all of that. But we're not staying down here in these low dimensions. We going to have to elevate, because we have some work here to do. And I know all of you have some work here to do. And so no matter where you are on your path or your journey, whether you feel like you're just starting, and I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm just starting. I feel like I haven't cracked the surface yet. Although I feel like I've made great leaps and bounds, some quantum leaps and quantum bounds. But I'm excited for learning, and I'm excited for growing, and I'm excited for elevating. And I'm excited for all of us to be on this journey together. Together. We're all on this journey together. And, you know, Planet Remix is that place where we are truly growing up on planet Earth. We are really growing up. We're growing up. And so many of you are the teachers. You are those front runners that is taking us into the new dimension. I did a whole show on this. You guys are the ones that are opening the door for us to come, for others to come through with you as well while we're still learning. Sometimes we think if we're still learning, we got to go somewhere, sit down in a corner and not do anything. It's not meant for that. It's not meant for that. We are teachers and students at the same time. And that's really the balance that you need to learn how to keep. And everyone has their own uniqueness. And in this Power 8 year, it's going to require you to really dig deep into that uniqueness that only you can bring. And I promise you, do not give up on yourself if you can't find it at first. This is the year of truth. And so we will see a lot of things about ourselves, a lot of things that we will marvel in about ourselves, but we will also see things that we know, that shit got to change. And what it's ultimately doing is bringing us to the point where we can learn how to trust ourselves. It doesn't mean you don't trust other people. I don't know where people get that shit from. Because when you totally know how to trust you, then you trust everything. It makes you wise. It makes you wise. Because you know that there is something that cannot be seen that you are operating in, and you're not allowing the mere fraction of your mind that we use to figure out how to pay bills and how to put gas in our car and how much water to put in the cake mix that we're mixing for the birthday cake. It is something greater that we are using within ourselves, that is intuition, that is our higher selves, that we are utilizing, that the connection to the divine, the most high, the source, your higher self, your oversoul, whatever you choose to call it. Whatever, because that's completely up to you. That is completely up to you. Some people say religion has destroyed people on the planet. Absolutely. But if you study history, then you will know spirituality has destroyed people on the planet. The quest for man to figure out, know thyself, has destroyed people. So anything can be used for that of upliftment or that of destruction. There is a duality that exists in everything. The goal is not necessarily always to float to the highest top, but to be somewhere in a neutral zone so that you can have the freedom, meaning the free mind, the free heart, to choose where you want to levitate. Where is your frequency? This is the question I want us all to take away with us. Where is your frequency? Because it is in that frequency that I can really tell you. You want to know how predictions are made. We are looking at your frequency. Any spiritual teacher, and if you're a spiritual teacher, I know you use this too. I can tell you what's going to happen based on where you're vibrating. I can tell you what is next for you based on where your frequency is. Because your frequency has a code in it, and that code is like unlocking the door. It's like unleashing the dragon. And we are moving into the year of the Earth Dragon come February the 11th and 12th, which is the Chinese New Year. And before anyone gets on this song and dance about celebrating other people's culture, you have to understand when you get to a certain point on your path and journey, you recognize that all cultures are your culture. Doesn't matter which part of the globe that you decided to land on, you would be less than intelligent to not use everything that is available for you on the planet, because you have dominion over all things on the planet. And when you can understand how to tap into that energy within yourself, then you are unlocking the keys, the chains, the fear within yourself and within your mind. So we are moving into this energy of the dragon. It's going to be quite interesting. And as we all walk around, we are the elements. Hence the reason why I did in 2023, I did the elements. And if you do not have the elements, I would encourage you to get to the digital store and to work with it, because all of those products there, yes, this is a plug, because this is how we keep the lights on Planet Remix. All of those elements. You learn how to harness the energy from within. Everything that I teach you, everything that I share with you is so you can be empowered. And I'm not talking about empowered. I'm talking about in power. You can be in your power seat. You can recognize where you are. And you can begin to start utilizing this and be the metaphysician that you are. Understanding that everything under the sky and under the sea and everything in between is all connected to you. And this is why we study. This is why we practice, because we are practitioners. I am a practitioner of the esoteric. I am a practitioner of Reiki Master. I am a practitioner that does psychic abilities. A practitioner, someone who is doing the work not only on themselves, but also sharing with others. Find you some values, find you some virtues, find you some purpose, find you a discipline, find you your disciples. Jesus had disciples. Disciples are disciplines. The 12 disciples, what are your 12 disciplines? Where is your value? What do you hold value? What is valuable to you in your life? What do you love? What do you care about? What is meaningful for you? Put these things in your heart before you go to sleep at night and think about them, ponder them, and then begin to start taking action on them. You have to take action on them. You have to be open to receive. You have to be open to receive that if something is not working in your life, then you are not doing something which is right for you. Maybe not right for me. Maybe I can do it all day. Maybe I can eat Godiva chocolate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it does nothing for me. You even look at Godiva and it will almost kill you. So we have to stop looking outside of ourselves and really go deep, deep within ourselves. That quest of know thyself goes a little bit further than just those 3 lines. But even if we take the essence of know thyself, because once you know who you are, you know who everybody else is. Famous line from the priestesshood. Shout out to all the priestess. When you learn how to read you, you can read any, everybody, and everything on sight. On sight, literally. When you can read you. But if you're clueless in who you are, you will forever walk around in the dark. You may have sparks of light, but you will be walking in the dark and you will trip and fall. So, listen. The hologram shift is here. You get to step into it. And if you're not ready to step into it, have no fear. You will have plenty opportunity in the next coming days, months, weeks, minutes, seconds to do it. You will have an opportunity. So, yeah. I love you all. Let me see. I love you all. What time is it? Because I've been standing up now for almost 3 hours. Let me see how I feel about this standing desk. I love it. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. I like it. I think I like it. I think I will be doing the show a lot like this. I don't think I would try to be on the treadmill and do a show. I don't think I'm at that level yet, but I'm eventually get there. But I like the standing desk because I do a lot of work at the desk. I love you all. Those of you who received the award, please look out, check your mail because they are on the way. And just let me know that you received it. Again, token of love from myself to all of you. And just to let you know, I see you, I hear you, I feel you. Also know that Self-Invested University will have some classes coming up, so hold your coins. All right? We're going to do, and then maybe I'll do some community posting. You all let me know how you feel about that. Here on YouTube, I will probably post it. But of some of the shows that you want to see, I really want to get back into, well, I don't want to put it out here. I think I talked about it a little bit. Thank you all for the happy born day. Love to all of you and everyone celebrating a born day during this month of January. But also just some of the subjects. I know you all loved when I did the energy Akashic record reading. Y'all blew that damn show up. So I will be doing one for the month of January for all of the zodiac signs. I will put that together. But I am still technically on a, I'm technically on a sabbatical. But I wanted to come on because I just was missing you guys so much. I really don't be online that much. I have a lot of things I need to do. Let me just put it like that, that I want to do. And in order for me to be able to be in the position to accomplish those things, I got to stand on business. I got to get some things in order. Like I told you, I am shooting for in 2024. You're hearing it from my mouth. It's not a rumor. It's not speculation. I will be doing an in-person event. Don't worry, I will give you much notice to where, when, the place, time, location, so you can save the date. And boy, oh boy, Emma, it's whew, listen, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. And I have some exciting shares and some new information to share with you all. That's coming. And for us to have some good times because we do that. So if you're new, we're not like podcasts out there. We're probably not like anything out there, which is a good thing because everything should be unique. We are truly a community, a family that comes together and support. And some of the best beings in our galaxy reside right here on Planet Remix or have come through these doors on Planet Remix. So, blessings to the seen and the unseen. And I definitely want to see all of you. I definitely want to see all of you in the comments. So leave a comment. I'm going to get better about answering the comments, but I love reading them. It does me well when I'm sitting in the bed all snuggled up, with the blankets and such. And I open up and read you guys' beautiful comments and thoughtful comments and highly intelligent spiritual comments. I can put a whole bunch of words on it, but truly they are just so heartfelt and meaningful. That does me well when I read you guys' comments. I don't get a chance to respond to everyone, but I'm going to stop making excuses for that and get to work And I say that to you, but also get some rest and be flexible. Be flexible to change. Be subject to change. You know, this is something we use in the training world. Subject to change. Things are subject to change. Be flexible. Stay open. Things are subject to change, and be okay with the change. Be okay with it. You know, everything is to take you into your highest possible timeline there is. No more victims in 2024. No more victims. You understand? No more victims. And when we have demanding situations, we find solutions for those situations. Now, lastly, I want to address wish magic, because y'all have been blowing me up, like literally 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, blowing me up about that wish magic. Ms.Blue, I had to leave. Ms.Blue, I didn't get it. Ms.Blue, can we please hear it again? And I told you guys, I said, listen, I don't think I'm going to do a recording for this one. Need to be present. Need to be present. But I understand, in a perfect world, we will all be present. So I'm thinking about doing something, and I haven't figured it completely out. Because in Wish Magic, I gave out a lot of predictions. I gave out some power dates, and I get it. I understand. You know, sometimes you just can't be there. But I thought I could send the recording out, or, you know me, home of the most. Maybe we'll pick a date and everybody in Wish Magic will get together and re-listen again and do a Q&A. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. But then I thought, then it'll be somebody who didn't get that. So we'll see, because I'm just kind of sitting with what to do with this. So one way or another, we'll figure something out. But I want you all to know that I did hear you. I did hear you on it. And I want to make sure that you do get the information. And yeah, I want to make sure that you do get the information. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lisa. You need help with the worksheet. You need help with the worksheet. Okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I mean, after all, we got 2024 to figure it out. We got all of 2024 to figure it out. Thank you, Lola Falana. She said the workshop was fire. Brittany Vise says, I loved it. Oh, and lastly, do this for me. If you purchase anything from the digital download shop, please go leave a review. Some of y'all won't leave a review to save your life. And I mean, I get it. Listen, I get it. I absolutely get it. You don't want nobody to know that you need help. I get it. But a little review is not going to hurt nobody. To just go and say, I purchased this. This is something that I say I support. Let me support. Let me go over there. Let me, take this long plane ride, get on the train and go over there and thank you, Gio, and leave a review. So, but I would encourage you to do it, especially those of you who do work, because listen, I'm not gonna give you, Lord, my sister is still sending me moose knuckle coats. That's her texting me more moose knuckle coats. Yeah. So obviously it's time for me to go. But yeah, definitely let me do that. And, it's a little early to start talking, but soon let me know. We'll talk about, we got a lot of things to talk about and get together. I will see you all in these cosmic streets. I love you so much, Planet Remix. Please be good to yourself. Be good to others. I love you. And don't forget to download. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you know somebody who could really, really benefit from being a part of a community that you are connected to and really, really considers to be a part of your soul family. Share it with them. Share it with them. So there you go. And yeah, so weird. I thought I left a review on every purchase. Please let me know if I haven't. Oh no, I can't let you know if you haven't. Do y'all know what that would be a full-time job? Please do me a favor. Can you please check? Some of you have, like Choose Love Always. I know. You definitely show where your love and support is. You do. And many of you guys do. So I'm being a little facetious, but it just matters to me to know that the tools and the things that you're working with work. It can be sort of a spiritual marker for you. So if you have to go back and relook at something, it'll be great confirmation for me. And if someone new comes along and they see it, it could really be helpful for them. So we live in a world where these things matter. They count, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you, I don't want to make something if I sold 3,000 and only 2 people replied. That tells me maybe as great as I think it is, maybe it's not. Maybe I need to focus on something else, because there is that fine line between caring and not caring. But I want to do things that I know that you guys enjoy, because when you guys love something, you love that. And you let me know you love it. You absolutely love it. You love it. You absolutely love it. So I just want you all to know that. And if you can't find the words, just speak from the heart. It was great. If that's all you got, that's all you got. I'm not telling you what to say, and I know some of y'all have become word magicians, because y'all is writing stuff, and I'm like, woo, wow, it's powerful, But don't compare yourself to anyone. Just leave what's in your heart. That's the best I can tell you, and what comes up for you at that time. So we're going to get ready to get out of here. We're going to listen to some Baby Blue.
La 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 la, the remix. Hey, this is Baby Blue. And remember, if nothing else moves you, life will.
That is so true. If nothing else moves you, life will. If nothing else moves you, life will. Brittany Vise said, will there be any more bath kits or Claire magic oils this year? The answer for that is yes. I'm going to need y'all to stop using y'all abilities over here. Yes, we pulled that stuff out today, Brittany. Absolutely. So more of those things are coming just when the time is right. Let me tell you, I'm a little wore out. And Liquid Magic I know Liquid Magic's been see what I'm saying? This is why I can't be online. Look at all this stuff. My guides have been tapping me on the shoulder like, listen, you got to start doing some of these things you said you're going to do. So I hold myself accountable as well. So I am working on doing those things and getting them taken care of, because I want to. And the list is coming out. I'm still working on building out the site and getting that built for opening back up for the readings. And the class is coming up, Self-Invested University. We're going to have another class. I'm not going to announce it today. Maybe Sunday I will, because that'll give you guys enough time before we start back up. Maybe Sunday. Maybe Sunday. And I'll announce it. But let me know when you all get your awards. I'm super excited about that. And I'm going to go because I'm rambling at this point. And my legs is saying, okay, chick, you done stood up for over 3 hours. But I love if anyone has a standing desk, let me know how often you actually stand. Is this just going to be one of those things where I'm excited when I first get it? And then all of a sudden, after a while, it kind of goes back to being a regular desk? Or how you use your standing desk. Do you use your standing desk a lot? And then also, for those of you who are here, let me know 2024 if you have a word. What is your word for 2024? Like, what word are you giving yourself? And if you haven't given a word that's going to open up to a theme for 2024, what word will you give to 2024? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Ooh, Macy said my word is willpower, discipline. Ooh, somebody said F the word. Not F the word. Is it? Is that the word? I like that word. I like it. My word is bet on your F it. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. I see abundance. I see greatness. Oh, you went from F to forward. Okay. All right. We'll take forward. Growth. I love that. Flow. Be high on life. I love that. Focus. Excellency. I love that. Splendid. I love that. All in divine time. Love that, Goddess Rain. I love that. My word is bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself. Yeah, because when you bet on you, then everybody else is betting on them, and we can just be a winning team together. Activation. Love that, Zanaya. Activation. Superpowers. Activate. We gonna get activated. Unstoppable. Saram. I love it. I love it. Level up. I love that. Shaniqua, your word is not okay, is it? Intuitive. I love that. I love that. Surrender. Some more focus. Alignment. Love that. Love that. Patience. Oh my goodness. Patience. Absolutely. Absolutely, Rain. Patience. Patience. Playful, passionate journey. That's a natural word for you. I'm going to need you to get another word. No, I'm just teasing. That's a beautiful word. That's all you already. That's been your life word. What's your word for 2024? Nakiba gonna put up here, boy. I love the bet on yourself. You done equated it to a boy, not boy. Boys to men. You see what happened, right? Victory. Discernment. Joy. I love that. I love that. No, that's a beautiful word, Journey. Journey said, boo. Beauty. What is this? Pay attention. I love that, Maddie. Maddie said you got to pay, P-A-Y, pay attention. That's what you got to do. You got to P-A-Y attention. You got to pay for the attention. Be careful. I heard that's how some people ended up in some of them spaces for the pay attention. Forecast. I love that. Forecast. Blissful balance. I love that. Blissful balance. I've seen that somewhere before. My will be done. I love that. My will be done. My will be done. My will be done. Okay, I get it. My library year, all work, no talking. I don't know, Chrissy. That's going to get a little boring. No work, all work and no talking. Oh no. You might want to revamp that. Mm-hmm. It turned off on me. What turned off on you? That's your word? Mama Gail said her word is intentional. I love it. I love it. Karmic said triumphant. I love it. I know Maddie came up with a good one, but you know, Maddie said you got to pay, P-A-Y, attention. You got to pay attention. Oh, like, like patience. Oh, I messed that all up, Maddie. I gave you a whole new definition. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Proactivity. I like that. Who is this? Marissa Soulful of Love. Proactivity. I love that. I absolutely love it. I love all of you guys' words. Oh, your internet had turned off on you. Oh, okay. Yeah, my internet said I've been offline for about an hour. That's all right, girl. We riding high vibes. We don't need internet. We are the internet. Griffin said, I have the power. I love it. Great. I love it, Griffin. I love it. We got the power. That's one of my first interviews I did with my friend who sung, I got the power. Yeah, she was the first one. FTCU. I know. Nicki Minaj. Don't play with it. We gonna mess the club up. We gonna mess it up. Yeah, we are. Resilient. Oh, the blackout started already. Lots of the predictions. So many of you guys have emailed me, texted me, and told me that the predictions that we made back in 2023 in Wish Magic, we're now seeing. I want some of those good, juicy ones to come through. Infinity forwarding. I love that. Girl, you know your magic. We sure do. Hey, Marjorie. Yeah, Shaniqua, I got to tell that story one day. I've told it before. You guys had an earthquake this morning? Oh, we already done started shaking. We really wobbling. I told you guys we're moving in the universe, and the earth plates are shaking from below. Shaking some of that goodness so it can come up. That's right. The tsunami happened on the 1st. We talked about that in Wish Magic. Yep. And Maryland, you guys had 2 to 3 earthquakes. Oh, it's a lot going on. Yeah. Okay. I see why y'all want that Wish Magic, because we talked about all of those things in there. Yeah. 2 to 3 magnitude. Oh, 2 to 3. Oh, a magnitude. Yeah, that's a little shake. But you know, every little shake counts. Khalees taught us that about the milkshakes in the yard. You've been having headaches and intense dreams. Yes. We are really moving through this Mars energy. So we're clearing away a lot of things. There was a mini tsunami in California. Say words, Sammy. Say words. We're going to need receipts. And Geo, your earthquake was 4.2? What about the event in Miami? What happened in Miami? I'm late to the table, y'all. I've been over here like Chrissy, head down, no talking. What is going on? That's why I said, Chrissy, we got to adjust that head down, no talking. We got to do some talking, Chrissy. Just a little bit. Tornado in the UK? Say word. Oh, no. Yeah. It's a lot of theories about Miami. Okay. Oh, 7-foot beans. Well, we done talked about this on the remix. This ain't even at this point. This is, this ain't even Wish Magic. It's a whole lot of stuff, and a lot of things coming out of the water, coming out of the woods, and coming out of the sky. It sure is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they've been here. They've been here. They've been here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been here. We're going to have to do another call to talk about all of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they've been here. They've been here. We're going to see a lot more of those things, a lot more of realization that comes. And, for some people, it may mean something. For other people, it doesn't. There's going to be a lot of people talking about we're at the end of the world. But the truth is, every second that goes by is the end of this world for someone. It's at the end of the world. Absolutely, Jaco. Earth always been a crossroad. That's right. We are. We are a crossroad. And not to mention the moon is a portal. The moon is almost like an international airport. Everybody comes through. That's the portal they're coming through. One of them, anyway. One of them. We got our cosmic kin folks. They always in the cosmic sky, and they've been here on Earth. You guys remember the show that we did where they had proof that some of them had went to the White House and the gentleman's name. We did a whole show on it, but lots of information and research there. Whether you believe in it or not is really irrelevant. I think the most important part to believe, or I shouldn't say believe, is to know that it really speaks to you are greater than what you think you are. Your mama, your daddy, your grandmother, your grandfather, and you were born on Earth. That you have some unknown alien like features, creatures inside of you. Like we're all hybrids to some degree of many, many different things. But the main focus is planet Earth. And sometimes I love to talk about those things because I have a strong personal, intimate connection with them. But I also can see how this too can be somewhat of a distraction because it pulls you out of who you are right now. Even like sometimes people get caught up in their past lives and they think they got to go back and do all this healing and all of that. We're going to talk about that in 2024 because I think it's time that more light workers and speakers talk about that you don't need to heal your ancestors. Not like you think. You don't need to heal them. Like you don't need to heal them. Not like you think. Not like you think. Because everybody is independent and they are free agents. And so just like you can decide what you want to do and not do, so can they. They don't need to be healed. Now, it doesn't mean that we don't carry ancestral patterns. So really what you're freeing yourself of is patterns that you picked up along the way that are not yours. In essence, that's what you're doing. You are fixing you. Now, if you are not to the level spiritually where you can handle knowing that you are in charge of you, then keep going with that. I'm totally okay with speaking that language that you feel you got to heal your evil grandfather so you can heal. I get it. You're not to the point where you can accept that you can heal yourself. And that's where the healing needs to come, to release what is not a part of you. But our ancestors do not need us to heal them. They do not need us to send them money. Money is a terms of agreement that we agree to coming on earth. Money is not used outside of the earth plane. And any debts that they had here in this lifetime, that the family is being sort of passed on to the family. What you're really doing is trying to take the burden off of you. But I get it. Everyone is not spiritually healed enough or to the point, I don't want to put anyone down, or to the point where they can have that understanding. where they can have that understanding. Everyone is not to that point. They cannot handle that. They cannot handle the fact that whether it's their mother, their father, their sister, their brother, their boyfriend, their baby daddy, their baby mama, their cousin, or whoever the person may be, their friend. So we tend to, as human beings, want to be of service. So we always think that we have to fix the people and the things outside of us. And that's the fastest way. And the fastest way is not that. The fastest way is, one, to forgive yourself. Not because you personally did anything wrong, so that you can release these patterns that unconsciously or even forcefully was given to you, and you took them on as a part of who you are. That's what you're forgiving. So you can release what is not of you. They don't need to be saved. They don't need to be saved, not because earth is a hell, but because the constraints that we're under in a physical body, those constraints do not go with them. So they don't need us staying up day and night praying for them. They don't need that, because they have become matter. They have become energy. And it's like saying that I'm waving my hand in front of my computer. Somehow I need to save the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is not constraint. What I may need to do is to fix my computer so it can handle the energy that is coming in from the Wi-Fi, so that it can produce and perform the way that I need it to perform. But in no shape, form, or fashion is the energy something wrong with the energy. But we really have to mature and grow up on earth about how we feel about death, because humanity has a very warped perception about what we feel death is. And this was through years and years and years and years of conditioning. It doesn't mean we don't miss our loved ones. It doesn't mean that it's an easy process when you lose somebody. Of course not. It's not. It's one of the most demanding and challenging and life-changing things we'll ever go through. But the work is here with us. That's why when your loved ones come back, they're not coming back to tell you that they thought you looked cute today. Unless, you've been dealing with some issues and you really need to hear that. They're really coming back so that they can give you information so you can continue on with your mission. You can continue on here, because everyone here, I personally, what I feel, and you don't have to agree with me, is that no one was forced to come here, and no one is too spiritual to be here. No one. We all agreed to come here. And we agreed to come here for many, many, many different reasons. And some of us agreed to come and stay a long time. And some of us agreed and said, I can give you about 10 years. And I'm out. And I'm out. And it's not something that many of us know consciously. Unconsciously, we know that. But believe it or not, word in the cosmic streets, Earth is a hot spot. A lot of people want to come. They want to say that they were a part of this ascension process that Earth is going through. Because we're living in some times that we've never seen in the history of humanity on Earth. And you don't have to take my word for it. Do some research, do some studies, crack some books, study astronomy, study astrology, study some sacred texts, Go back and look at history, not just American history, not Western history, not just in ancient Egypt, but all over the world. Look at the books, look at the history, look at the things that have been documented. Go visit some sacred sites around the world. It will speak to you. It will talk to you. It will open up your awareness and your consciousness and allow you to know that you are living in some precedented times. You will also understand your power. History repeats itself, and we have a lot of looping timelines going on, past, present, and future, all happening around the same time. And so a lot of things that our ancestors were able to do without what we call this technology, we are now moving into the space where we're being able to do these things like telepathy, telekinesis, remote viewing, astro travel, bring all the clairs online, our psychic abilities, our mediumships, because these were things that was everyday basic. Listen at me, basic damn living. You were not considered special because you could speak to the stars and the moon and the clouds and make it rain. My sister was telling me a story that my Uncle Mac, many of you know, he was on the remix. I let him speak to you guys once, that passed away, that was over 100 years old. And he was telling her a story, which he told me as well, that he remembers when Papa, my mother's father, and this is in South Carolina, that a whole bunch of people came to the house. He said it was a whole bunch of white men. And my family had many farms back then, but it was a whole bunch of white people that came, and they came to the house to get him. And he said as a boy, he was kind of scared because sometimes you hear these stories about, during these times, there was a fine line between our understanding our energy and vibration back then. But his dad went outside with all of these white men and walked out into the middle of the farm, got on his knees and started praying because they had went through a long drought and it was killing all the crops in South Carolina. And my grandfather got on his knees and started praying, and it started pouring down, raining. And my uncle said that all the kids and their mom all ran to the door, and they were looking outside, and it started pouring down, raining. I tell you that story because sometimes we don't know who we are and the power we hold because we've let too much of what we think we know about our potential hold us back without even attempting to do something. People will lay at home and be sick and be afraid to put their hands on their own body and speak to it. They will wait till they have to go to a doctor. And I'm not saying that doctors are not useful, because they're very useful, but so are you. And no one has more command over yourself and your subatomical particles than you. You do. No one has more power over you than you. So that's one of the things that I have a great passion and love for, and I want to get more into is energy work and doing that. As you guys know, I am a certified holistic practitioner. I am proud to say that I studied under the one and only Queen Afua, and I am one of her few certified holistic practitioners, as well as a certified Reiki master. And I want to bring some more of those modalities and have more of you be able to utilize that in a very effective way. So I will be doing more classes on those kinds of things as well as how to incorporate medicinal things such as oils and herbs and, all kinds of things to really not just heal the body, but allow the body to thrive. Because at some point we have to move past just healing and get into thriving. Because if we're thriving, then that makes less time that we have to spend on healing. So I really want to move more into thriving. How can we, be, and it was someone in the room that said it, proactive in what we're doing instead of reactive. And when we have to go into a healing state, we are reactive. But when we're in a proactive state, doesn't mean sometimes demanding situations won't come up, but we will immediately be able to identify it and be able to start working from a place of thriving. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of my thoughts. Bum, ba, da, dum, bum, bum. So, yeah, we're going to get out of here. And, yeah, y'all have fun. I will see you all in the cosmic streets. I look forward to reading your comments. Peace and love, soul family. We've been on here almost 3 hours and 39 minutes and 27 seconds and counting. But I'm going to get out of here. So peace and love. I love you all so much. Oracle kisses and oracle blessings to you all. Peace and love. Ciao.